I think we're good. We braved the winter storm of 2025. We're back here again at Mission Cigar and Social. Is it the last place in America with some hair on their chest? A little bit of snow can't get us down, right, boys?
That's right.
Hey, first order of business, though. You have a new niece.
Oh, just absolutely precious.
You have a new
Got to meet her
niece.
today. I mean, Reed basically delivered her 30 minutes before I got there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I didn't even know it. I thought she already came. So I
you
got
were
there. I
just
was in the
heading up
waiting
there?
room,
Okay.
sat there, waited, got to meet her. She's absolutely precious. She looks just like her mother. We're all
Good.
extremely happy about that. But no, just another one for the Crane family, another one for the Horde.
Yeah, so if you're just joining us or you're new to Crane & Company, I'm David Cohn. This is Blaine Crane. Jake Crane is not here with us tonight because he is at the hospital with his wife, Reed. And we did this entire live stream last night, watched Notre Dame make it to the first national championship since 2013, which these boys are really excited about. And they were in the hospital all night. We were expecting baby Viola at any time during that game. She actually came early this morning. Justine, everybody's remote here, so we're going to do the best we can. Justine, do you have a picture of baby Viola so that we can show? There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
There she is.
Yes,
Precious.
a new
Precious.
Booster Club baby. Our listeners are known as the Booster Club, so we got a new one for the Horde right there. And I had a new nephew yesterday,
How
baby
about that?
Wyatt. 2 back-to-back days, new Booster Club baby. So we're really excited about that. Jake and Reed, hey, enjoy this, soak this in. We're there with you in spirit. We're praying for y'all. Congratulations. And if Jake joins us at some point, from the hospital,
Yeah, he might pipe in a little bit later.
then we'll be excited about that too. But we got the second semifinal game in the first ever 12-team college football playoff era. Like I said, Notre Dame has already punched their ticket. We're going to get the Buckeyes versus the Texas Longhorns tonight. Again, we're here at Mission Cigar and Social in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Big shout out to Mark and Monty Collins for having us. We're smoking Michael Knowles' brand Mayflower cigars tonight. We're going to have a heck of a day. Talk to me, though, the last keys to victory for each of these teams as they try and punch their ticket to the national championship.
Well, the biggest key, if we talk about Texas, we've been talking about it the entire year. Can you make the hard things look easy? And the first thing is can you protect Quinn Ewers? All right, can you keep Quinn Ewers' jersey clean? Because look, if he can sit back there, diagnose what's in front of him, he's one of the best in the league from a pure passer and pure read standpoint. But Ohio State has a good enough defense to get after the quarterback. And on the Ohio State offensive side, you have to know who you are, right? You can't try to get cute, can't try to get too creative. Get your best players the ball in the biggest situations, and that starts with Jeremiah.
Yeah, okay. So anyone who's watched football for the last at least 3 weeks, Ohio State looks like the most dominant college football team that we've seen. What they did to Tennessee, then what they did to Oregon, everybody understands that. We saw Texas struggle against Arizona State. We've seen Texas struggle in 2 games against Georgia. You're exactly right when we talk about protecting Quinn Ewers, right? And one good way to protect him is to have a play caller like Steve Sarkisian. I think he's one of the best play callers, especially in the intermediate pass game. And I think Quinn Ewers, that's one of his strengths in throwing the football in the intermediate pass game. This is still a guy I watched go on the road to Tuscaloosa a year ago and defeat an Alabama-led team, not a Nick Saban-led Alabama team, not get sacked once, throwing the football all over the yard. I've seen what the ceiling is. You're exactly right when it comes to protecting him, because the teams who've been able to beat him are teams that are able to get to him. I'm just thinking in my mind right now, that corner blitz from Georgia in the home game that they had in the middle of the season, strip sack, Georgia goes in and scores. Yep. Those are the type of things, right? But I'm focused more on the Texas running game, right? Like in games where Texas has been able to rush the football, that has helped protect Quinn Ewers and helped him in the pass game. 292 rushing yards against that Clemson defense, okay? And that Clemson defense, that was one of the better defenses in the ACC and in the country that we had seen throughout the year, got absolutely exposed in that first round game. Flip it around to facing Arizona State, they rushed for, under 60 yards against them, but give up 212 to Arizona State on the ground. And the same thing on the other side for the Buckeyes. The equation isn't quite the same for them because of the explosive playmakers they have at the wide receiver position. You're talking about Jeremiah Smith, but it's not just enough to bracket him. Emeka Mbuka is going to be an NFL wide receiver, 3,000 career receiving yards. So it's not the same equation for them with both of their NFL backs, Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins, but it is kind of in the same realm. In games where the Buckeyes have rushed for over 100 yards but held their opponents to under 100 yards, those are the football games they win. Think back in the game they lost, the last one against Michigan. Didn't rush for 100 yards. With that team that they have and those backs they have, and Michigan rushed for 170, that was their last loss.
Well, yeah, one big key and one important matchup we're going to see throughout the game is if there's a secondary that can somewhat keep up with this Ohio State receiver core, it's just Texas secondary. I mean, you have award of winners on this secondary from your safety. Jahdae Brown's an absolute dog at the corner position. I mean, what are they going to do with Jeremiah Smith? All right, do you double him and leave Mbuka open one-on-one to try to do what he needs to do, or do you trust your guy enough to go toe-to-toe? Look, if it's me and I'm Texas, I don't want to get in a situation where Jeremiah Smith is one-on-one, right? I want to limit that as much as possible. But sooner or later, Chip Kelly's going to find a way, whether that's motion, something off the line of scrimmage, wide splits, to get Jeremiah Smith in one-on-one situations and take chances. And whose guy's going to make the play in the biggest moment? That's what it comes down to.
I think if Texas wins this football game, it'll be because of two things, one on offense, one on defense. On offense, they are able to establish the run. You know, if not running for 292 like they did against Clemson, able to establish the run game consistently enough to be effective in the pass game. And then on defense, like you said, you're not going to have no explosive plays. What Wink Martindale, Michigan's defensive coordinator, the perfect game he pitched against Ohio State, that's not happening again with any of these defenses left. You're not going to pitch a perfect game. The Buckeyes are going to make explosive plays. Can you restrict them in the red zone? Can you limit the explosive plays to just, hey, a 50-yard gain from 20 to 20, restrict in the red zone and make them kick field goals instead of scoring touchdowns? That's not – Tennessee wasn't able to do that, and Oregon wasn't able to do that. That's what Texas is going to have to do if they win. What are some of the best bets you have here before we kick this game?
All right, got a lot of bets out there today, guys. I mean, almost too much to keep up with. The first thing I'm going to go with, I like the over. I like the over at 51.5. I like all the weapons that are on these offenses, and a lot of it has to come down to what? Play calling. When it comes to Steve Sarkisian and Chip Kelly, they're going to find ways to get their guys in space, whether they're explosive plays or not. And I'm also taking Ohio State minus 5.5. I picked Ohio State before the year to win the national championship, doubled down when it came on to the playoffs.
Yes, you did. I got to give you credit for that.
Right now, it's one of those things you have to prove to me that you can't cover. All right, I'm going to keep if you're at the blackjack table and you're hot, you stay there. Right? You stay right there. Some people say, well, you got to get – no, I'm staying there if I'm hot, and I've been hot with Ohio State, and I'm not budging. I also got a couple correct score bets, and one of them's a Chat GPT bet. I'm not going to say –
Hold on. So you punched into Chat GPT and asked what the correct score is going to be?
What's going to be the correct score for the football game?
What did they say?
Chat GPT told me it's going to be Ohio State 34, Texas 20.
34-24 Ohio State. You guys like that? How you feeling about that?
They love it. I can already feel it.
Bob likes that.
Yeah, Bob back here likes it. All right. I got 6 bets tonight, 5 and 1 yesterday. Not too bad. I was 2 ounces off from picking Baby Viola's weight.
I was as well.
Yeah, that's right. I was 2 ounces under. You were 2 ounces over. We were all over that thing. Here's what I like. Can we be bet buds on the over? Can we do that at least? Over 51.5 bet buds, you and me. So we're all pulling for points in this game. I have Texas to score first. Whenever that happens, it doesn't matter. They score the first points of the game.
Touchdown or
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Could be a safety. Could be they just hit on Ryan Day's wife and score that way. I don't know. Plus 124 though on the odds. Okay.
Ryan Day catches strays. The game hadn't even started.
Buckeyes TTP. So their total team points over 27.5 minus 150. I'm also going to take a little same game parlay here. Texas plus 10.5. That's an alt line plus the over at 45.5. Those two alts combined for plus 104 in a same game parlay. You know I'm taking my largest lead of the game bet under 16.5. Yeah, I'm not weird about them. I like to see close football games, and that hit last night. If we're in for the same type of game tonight as we were last night, it's going to be an awesome night. Largest lead of the game for either team under 16.5 points, minus 135. Trail me on that, and let's get a good football game going. And my final bet, Texas money line plus 210. Anybody going for Texas tonight?
You and Lee Corso, huh?
Whoa! I'm riding solo. Me and Lee Corso. That's about it, man. Well, I'm in a weird situation with it. As someone who played quarterback at Michigan, I can't pull for the Buckeyes, but also if they win the championship, it would be nice to say my team beat the national champion.
David, I'm an Auburn fan. All right, Alabama could play against Afghanistan, and I'd root for Afghanistan.
Okay,
I get it.
You're a
Michigan fan. You're not going to root for Ohio State.
I'm not a fan. I played there. It's not like I just like my dad
you're
grew
alum.
up.
You're alum. A little bit different. There's your Cudens. But I know you're not going to root for Ohio State. They could have the best team ever to put on the field, and you're not going to root for them.
Even though I'm kind of torn on Texas too, because I took my son to his first college football game in Ann Arbor this year when Texas went to Michigan. They absolutely stomped the Wolverines. I'll never forgive Steve Sarkisian for that. But again, there is part of me on a serious note that my spidey senses start to tingle when I hear, oh, well, the Buckeyes are obviously going to beat Texas. They're that much better. Whenever you have a good football team, and Texas is a really good football team with really good players, and everyone just universally counts them out, that's when my spidey senses start to tingle. But I don't know. Look, the way the Buckeyes have been playing, what they did to Tennessee, what they did to the only undefeated team in college football in Oregon, yeah, maybe they win this one by 30. Maybe they do the same thing against Notre Dame next week, and they're the greatest college football team we've ever seen. I know Ryan Day. We're only 3 weeks removed from everyone saying Ryan Day should be fired because he can't beat Michigan. Now all of a sudden he's the greatest college football coach we've ever seen.
Well, maybe he should be fired because you didn't play like this the entire year. Then you get in the playoffs and you look like this.
And they wouldn't have made a 14 playoff. They wouldn't have made a 14 playoff.
Not at all.
And I don't think Texas would have either after losing the SEC championship game. But at some point, someone would have had to go in there.
All right, if you're Ohio State or Texas here, are you both deferring?
Look, I'm weird about I want the football. Being on offense is the easiest way to dictate tempo and stay on schedule early. Also, I see those Jordan 1s right there on the cleats. Those are pretty sick. I'm different than a lot of people. I would like to take the football, especially if I have the offenses that both of these teams do. But most teams will defer. Is the poll right now in the chat who wins the coin toss?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are the
Texas 60%, Ohio State 40%. Okay. Let's see where we're at in the first poll. ACC ref, so you know this game's going to be officiated terrible.
ACC refs, boys.
Yep. Over.
Here we go. A lot of holding calls.
Was that the coin from Indiana Jones?
Yeah. You didn't see that in the movie?
Goodness gracious, thing's massive.
Hit you on the way down.
Ohio State won it. Wow.
Okay.
Chad already 40%. Starting off wrong.
All right, again, if you're just now joining us, we are Crane and Company. I'm David Cohn. This is Blaine Crane. Our boy Jake is in the hospital with his brand newborn daughter. We're so excited for him. If you've never joined us for one of our simulcasts before, if you have streaming, set your stream to where we are. We're going to constantly tell you where we are in the ball game. We're going to commentate what's going on. You feel free to mute ESPN and turn our audio up. That's what a lot of people like to do. And throughout the evening, we're just going to keep you apprised to where we are. If you're on cable, you might be a little ahead, a little behind. Again, we're here at the Mission Cigar and Social in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Big shout out to Mark and Monty Collins for having us here. We got the whole gang just ready to watch some football. Is it a snowstorm in Nashville? Yes, it is. Did we brave that weather because we want to be here with our boys and watch a semifinal game? Yes, we did. Like I said, Notre Dame already in the national championship. They're going to find out who their opponent is tonight.
You think snow is just going to stop us? Our ancestors used to just get on boats and just go.
They
go.
No idea. They thought the world fell off.
Something's out there.
They didn't even know the earth was around.
Come on now.
What's funny is you and I both being from the American South, you still played college football in Colorado.
Yeah,
I played college football in the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
This was no problem.
No, not at all. This was actually a light day.
Yeah.
You know, where I was. Basically, where I went to college is where the Grinch is from. That's where he was born, actually.
I heard he stole Christmas.
He tried.
They never arrested him for that, did they? All right. Again, any final? What's the poll here for the opening drive?
So let me make sure I get this right. Ohio State deferred. So will Texas score points on their first drive?
All right.
I do have a bet out there right now. It's a 4-legger. It's for fun. It's Texas field goal attempt first drive. Ohio State punt first drive, the under 26.5 for the first half, and Ohio State to win the first.
Wait. So you have Texas to attempt a field goal. Doesn't matter if they make it or miss it. And what was the first half? You had the first half
under 26.5.
Okay, so I hit on the first half under yesterday. You've got under in the first half, but you have the over for the full game.
Yeah, well, usually especially.
All right, kickoff right now.
That is
right at kickoff, touchback. Let me see this for a second. Where's our YouTube TV? Sorry. Can you get to it? Can you go down and get to it where it is? All right, here we go. All All right, y'all, here's the opening drive for Texas. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Texas looks like they're going to come out in a pistol formation in 11 personnel, 1 tight end, might be 2 tight ends. Yeah,
Play
2
action.
tight ends. They're motion, a little play action waggle.
Check
Quinn
down.
Ewers gets the ball out quick. That's going to be a 4-yard gain to start the drive. Hey, we'll take that. All right, we're getting our stream lined up here. We're good?
Yeah,
We're good
you're
on
going to be a
that?
couple seconds behind.
Okay. You like the all whites for Texas here?
What'd you say?
You like the all whites for Texas?
Look, I like for all whites for anybody. The
Yeah.
snow troopers are always the best.
All right, here we
2nd
go.
and 6.
Again, heavy personnel group here for Texas.
Light box.
Pistol formation again.
Got
They're
him.
going to run this one. And that looks like another 4, maybe even 5. This is going to bring up 3rd and short for Texas. So far, heavy personnel groups, multiple tight ends in the game for Texas. Pistol formation with the running back lined up directly behind the quarterback in shotgun rather than off to the side. That helps reduce the tendencies you show a little bit. Be interested to see if Steve Sarkisian wants to live in the pistol formation. 3rd and 2. Hey, this is where you want to be.
This is exactly where you want to
for
be
Texas. All right, let's see how aggressive Jack Sawyer is going to be here off the edge. We get a little motion here from Golden. You know what that is? You know what that is? That's a
Oh
little.
my
Hey, you know what that
goodness.
is? Hey, that's a
Oh
little.
my goodness!
Hey, that's a little Spider 2 Z banana there with Golden on the
Spider
corner
2.
route. Look at this, Spider 2, faking full slide protection, play action. Getting Golden. Look, Golden's going to have a big game. Golden's the one who caught the game-winning touchdown on 4th and 13 when Arizona State looked like they had that game won. I said, Quinn Ewers has got to find Golden here. That's exactly what he did. He's going to have a big game, but what a great one-handed catch here.
Come on, let's kick a field goal.
All right, they're living in 12 personnel, Blaine. Pistol formation.
Reverse.
There we go. Little end around.
Yeah. Well,
Steve
Wingo's
Sarkisian.
running.
Steve Sarkisian's been running this
Look.
end around all season.
Steve Sarkisian is one of the most dangerous coaches when it comes to being on script. Those first 15, maybe first 20 scripted, they're going to be nasty.
Yeah, and that's a good point too. Texas staying on schedule right now, but you want to get points on this first drive because that's when you're calling your best stuff.
Look, field goal attempt first drive. Would love that.
Is that what you have? Field goal attempt, right? I have Texas just scores points first in the game at some point, plus 124.
All right, trade.
All right, both tight ends together up to the boundary.
20. Got the out.
Batted ball. Yeah, that's something else to see, man. Quinn
Jack
Ewers
Sawyer
does get,
bats a ball down every game.
and Quinn Ewers gets a lot of balls batted down too.
It's that delivery. It's that sidearm delivery.
Well, and he's not the tallest guy. It's not Josh Allen. I'm really interested. So 3rd and 4 now. I wonder, do they get an 11 personnel, maybe even 10 here?
How far above?
They're going to run it. Man, I don't know about that, Blaine. 3rd and 4.
Why not run it on 2nd? Take it, Steve.
So 3rd and 4, 4th and 3 now. They're going to leave the offense on the field. Where's Gunnar Helm? That's who I'm looking for. Where's your tight end, Gunnar Helm? There he is to the boundary. Turnover on downs, first drive. Well, clearly Steve Sarkisian called a running play on 3rd down because he knew it was 2-down territory.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Steve, I think you have to go for that.
Little spacing.
You're just locked up.
It's just spacing.
All right, does Ohio State come out and take a shot on the first play? I wouldn't put it past Chip Kelly. Hey, good job on the poll, guys. 53% no. Well done.
What's funny is you say, do they take a shot on the first play? But when you have someone like Jeremiah Smith,
Yeah, I guess.
Remember the first
RPO.
touchdown that he scored in the Rose Bowl before the Texas-Arizona State game had even switched over. right, from the Peach Bowl because it was double overtime. Buckeyes were already up 7-0. That was just an arrow route, right, off of counter play action. That was just a slide route. He wasn't even past the line of scrimmage, and he takes it for, 60, 70 yards?
Well, that's what Ohio State can do.
They can hit explosive plays without even taking shots.
But remember what they did, come out and run the first play against Oregon. Right, it was a post wheel, play action post wheel. You hit the tight end on the wheel route for 60+ yards, and then that just sets you up.
Yeah.
So you can bet your bottom dollar that Chip Kelly has something probably aggressive lined up for the first play. And if you're Texas, you're probably thinking that too. I'd be surprised if Ohio State comes out and just runs the ball.
I'm just interested to see how committed the Buckeyes are to the run game. Is there any part of this that after the Michigan game, when they really tried to run the football a lot and they weren't getting the football to their wide receivers and they ended up losing that game to Michigan, is there any part of Chip Kelly that's like, well, maybe we shouldn't double down on the run game so much, which you can't do that because, like I said, when they rush for over 100 yards and keep their opponents under 100 yards, they win the football game. You have two NFL backs in Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins. Is there any sort of conflict of interest with your identity when it comes to the run game?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you obviously have to do what the defense gives you, but this does feel like one of those games where whatever team can do the dirty work the best is going to win. You can complicate football as much as you want to. At the end of the day, it's running and blocking most of the time. Which team can run and block the best, and which quarterback won't mess it up, like we saw kind of yesterday with both those quarterbacks. With the first drive for Texas, I thought it was interesting to see heavy personnel groups at the beginning, which they're never really going to be in 10 personnel because Gunnar Helm's one of your best players. So there's always going to be one tight end on the field, but it was multiple tight ends, 12 personnel. Again, you just in no man's land there with the third down play. A big stop for the Buckeyes. All right, we're back from commercial break here. If you're setting up your stream with us, the Buckeyes are coming out 1st and 10 right here. There's that thing.
Yeah, there's Jeremiah Smith. All right, they got the football at the 36-yard line, and the first snap is happening now. Yep, there they go. They're going to run the football. Yeah, look, and there you go. And I think that's important. I think that's important just to send a message to Texas. Yeah, we can do this too.
Well, look,
we're not just going to throw the football.
High.
Yeah,
that's sitting too high on that run the ball.
Yeah, which like again. Okay.
It's really not a great run by Quinshon. I'd get Henderson in there. I don't know why it's not.
So far, Texas 2 high safeties, right, which gets you one extra number outside of the box there. So, to Blaine's point, Chip Kelly, the offensive coordinator for the Buckeyes, is going to take what the defense gives him. That's why you see 2 runs. Now it's 3rd and 3. Let's see if Texas brings one of those safeties down in the box here.
10 minutes, 49 seconds, 3rd and 3. Looks like Texas coming out 1 high. Yep, spinning down.
5-man front.
Personnel. Got to win with the tight
Here come the backers. They're bringing pressure. Will Howard ball out quick. There's Emeka Mbuka.
Stealing.
And he's just as dangerous.
What
First
a
down.
pickup by the running back. It won't get talked about enough. It won't get talked about enough. Watch this pickup right here by Quinshon.
Look at this.
Come here.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
You know what? Say what you will about Quinshon Judkins, but when he goes and puts his head into a block like that, that's selfless play. All right.
Oh, my goodness, that should have been picked.
Another first down through the air there.
Oh, that should have been picked. He knows it. Look at him.
How close was this to getting picked?
Went through his hands. It looked like it went right through his hands, Dave.
Yeah, look, that should have been like he's catting out in coverage there. That should be an interception for Texas. Again, ooh. But, hey, 1st and 10. I'm interested to see how Texas mixes up man and zone coverage to try and get Will Howard to throw them the football. 1st and 10, Buckeyes, another drop back pass. They're going to take a shot here.
Oh, my.
Incomplete. All right, so there's Jeremiah Smith's first target. Let's take a look at this. All right.
He cooked somebody.
That was the that was the cop route that he scored on against Oregon.
Yeah.
Corner to the post, but Texas covered it a little better than Oregon did. You saw they had him lined up in the slot there. That's an interesting way to try and keep him from being bracketed on the outside and double team. 2 safeties here for Texas. Let's see if they spin. Buckeyes in shotgun.
Safety coming. It's rotating to 1.
They're going to pull. They're going to run counter.
Great job,
and that's going to be a 4-yard pickup?
Yep.
4-yard pickup on counter into the boundary there. So this is going to bring up 3rd and 6. Again, Texas trying to keep things in front of them here. Like we said, they're not going to completely eliminate explosive plays, but can you at least constrict here as the Buckeyes get closer and closer to the red zone?
Zone. They know it.
All right, tight splits here. 3rd and 6, drop back.
Got him.
Hey, that's nice by Will Howard.
That's
just a good basic. That's just a good choice route there.
Veteran receiver. You see zone.
Look at this. Find the spot in the zone. He's too open, man.
Yeah.
That's way too open. Great job right there by Will Howard.
Will
and
looks
Mbuka.
comfortable, right? He looks comfortable. He knows what he's looking at. I mean, you almost got caught with a DN, but look.
Another great ball to Mbuka. Again, this is what I'm saying.
It's me, I'm going.
This is what I'm saying. It may not be Jeremiah Smith early. They've clearly made covering him a priority. This is why Mbuka, it's a 3,000-yard receiver in his career. He's more than capable of scoring from anywhere on the field.
Hey, guys, remember, if you're in here, hit that like button. If you donate, it's on topic. It will get read. All donations will get read at the end of the day. I'll be doing a better job of that today. You bet your bottom dollar.
Blaine, Texas is going to have to start disguising something, man. Right now, Will Howard already knows pre-snap if it's man or zone.
Got him.
RPO.
Oh, my God.
Was that tape?
Dude, get off the field.
Was that tape?
Get off the field before I throw up.
You won't see him drop a lot of those. Hey, that was the first RPO of the game that we saw, though. Will Howard has the option to hand this. Watch, he's watching this backer. He's watching this backer. Going to throw it right in behind on the slant. That's a touchdown. What a ball. I'm sorry for hitting you in the hands, brother.
I didn't know you transferred from Georgia.
Oh, man.
Great. Can't wait to watch y'all kick a field goal.
Hey, if that was you at wide receiver and you just dropped that and I threw it.
The thing about me is I'm getting no yards after catch.
Are they going to run this second and goal? Look at this. Way too open.
I promise you I'm catching it at least.
Look, hey, it's going to be a long game for Texas if they're giving up yards in the run game like that inside the low red zone. All right, Texas scores first. That one didn't hit. Yeah.
Hey, look, we're not going to talk about that.
All right. All right, Texas, let's just make it a football game.
Ah! Oh, yeah.
Hey, not much Travion Henderson there on that drive.
I mean, worked.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I got a lot of money out there in the over in Ohio State -5.5.
Yeah, we're bet buds on the over, so I don't mind the points here.
Look, came down 2 points, too, which was crazy to me. It started at 53.5. Okay. If you're Texas here, you got to respond. You can't get into that boat everybody else got in.
Yeah.
You get down 14-0, 17-0 against these guys, it's just like you're in a fight and the guy takes you down and he's on top of you.
Which, in all fairness to Texas, I believe at this point in the Rose Bowl, it was already like 24-0 or something. That was unlike anything I had really seen.
The first 5 minutes against Oregon, it was like 24-0.
Yeah. All right. If you're just joining the stream right now, obviously we are simulcasting Texas versus Ohio State. Get your comments in. Get your bets in. I want to hear all of them. What's the chat saying?
All right, chat. Remember to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Look, we got Daily Wire pulled up. We got Twitter pulled up. We got YouTube pulled up. I need to get to these donations real quick because I'm pretty sure I saw somebody donate $100.
Really?
If you donate $100 in here, I'm going to be honest, you get whatever you want. I believe it's from, and especially from David. So,
what did I do?
I said you'll do anything for $100.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll go back and look at it.
I'll do anything for one of those sticks back there in the humidor that David Elkins throws.
$100 from BCC says, let's get this party started right. Congrats, Jake. You'll be a fabulous father. Score prediction: Ohio State 31, Texas 13. Go Buckeyes. Keep up the great work, guys. I ordered the action figures for auction, and they were the final figures
Oh,
that
wow.
were ever
Good.
made.
Yeah, that's for the victims down there in New Orleans before the Sugar Bowl. Also, I forgot to give my score prediction, but you see it written right here. It was Texas 34, Buckeyes 33.
Okay.
I didn't go to Chat GPT. I don't know how to use all the artificial intelligence and stuff these
Let's
days.
go to
like
Noah.
you.
He says, how many interceptions in this game? Over or under 3.5? That feels like too much for me.
I'll say fewer than yesterday's game. How about that?
Let's go
Both
to-
those quarterbacks were just like, hey, we're just going to throw it to the other team.
All right, let's go to the Mega Man. What's up? It says, when did Will Howard become elite? This dude is a different guy from the regular season.
We talked about it all off season with him transferring from Kansas State. Remember, there was a large narrative out there that was like, wait, he's transferring because he got beat out at Kansas State. But look, man, the Buckeyes, there's a couple things that I worry about in life. Them having a good quarterback on their team is not really one of them. Struggled at times in certain situations. Again, in some games they got off to slow starts. Obviously, he had the pick six there early in the game against Penn State. They were down 10-0, but fought their way back. And now, look, they look like world beaters. That right there is a great drive. And I'll tell you what, even though the RPO was dropped for a touchdown, just to know that that's part of your arsenal, here's what you can say. We can give the ball to Quinshon Judkins. We can give the football to Travion Henderson. We can fake the play, pull it out of their stomach, and throw the football on the RPO. We can run the football, quarterback design run with Will Howard, and we hadn't even talked about the wide receivers yet.
Calling plays for Ohio State's basically like going to eat at Cheesecake Factory, right? You know, Cheesecake Factory has that menu, like 30 pages in it. It's shout out Baker Mayfield, but it's whatever you want to do. I mean, with Tate, Mbuka, Jeremiah Smith, 2 NFL running backs, your worst player technically was Will Howard. Right? That's what everybody was worried about. Trust me, I had an hour-and-a-half argument with my brother about Will Howard not being good enough to win a national championship.
And which side did you take? You took clearly.
This side.
Yeah. Buckeyes are outscoring their opponents in the college football playoff in the first quarter, 42-0.
You know, from a coaching standpoint, what are you going to say?
I like that.
What are you going to say? Not good enough.
Yeah.
It's not good enough, fellas.
All right. If you're timing your stream up to us, Texas's second drive, the kickoff for them starts now, and it's going to be a touchback. So Texas is going to get the football for their second drive at the 25-yard line. 7 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll tell you when that ball is snapped so that you can time up with us. All right, Quinn Ewers, first starting quarterback in CFP history to face his former team. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of firsts these days.
Yeah, well, when guys transfer this much, I mean, we're going to see it all the time. Carson Beck did officially go to Miami. We were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Not bad to get the $4 million NIL.
And then immediately did a TikTok video with his girlfriend.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah.
So he got the $4 million NIL to go where his girlfriend already was.
For sure. Look.
All right, Texas, again, here's Gunnar Helm in motion for Texas.
11 personnel coach.
Yep. Snap right now. Texas drop back.
They're going to kill him.
I mean, what is that? What is that?
They're going to kill him.
First and 10.
If he's doing that, they're going to kill him. And we talked about this. Quinn Ewers, at the whisper of a defensive line, folds like paper mache.
Like, I don't.
You have a pocket. Where are you going?
Where are you going? Like, you've played too much football. I've seen Quinn Ewers play too much football to, like, panic in the pocket like that. And now, all right, so there's a little RPO game for Texas. Now, that could make things
why
interesting.
not do this right now?
That could make things interesting. Again,
Tempo?
Quinn Ewers not – yes, Tempo. I watched them Tempo Michigan to death so that they get out of their first team defense.
You got to wear these guys down.
Yes, and keep them in their base personnel. Quinn Ewers not really going to be pulling zone reads the way Will Howard can in the RPO game, but he can do that. He can throw the option routes behind it.
You got to run the ball.
Is that Wingo in motion?
Double pass. Oh, wow. Uh-oh.
There you go. Now screen. Now screen.
What a tackle.
Wingo, man. Wingo's got speed. Just get him the football. I love this.
He's starting over. You know who? Isaiah Bond.
Yeah. Get your fastest players the football in
Steve, you're
space,
so dirty.
even if it's behind the line of scrimmage. Look at
I
this
thought this was
motion
a double
and then
pass.
expand again. Now screen. Good job by the
96.
offensive line. Get bodies on bodies,
Guess who makes
man.
the tackle? Caleb Downs.
Caleb Downs. Yeah, how have we not already said his name, man? We've been talking about Caleb Downs all season.
Got him.
Yeah. Caleb Downs, how does the strategy change now for him with Quinn Ewers not really being the type of quarterback who's a threat to run?
Well, I still think you play him in the middle of the field.
Really? Just
I mean,
Jabril Pepper style?
Look, you take away the middle of the field, and you can do that with Caleb Downs. And the closer to the line of scrimmage he is, the better player he is. He sees, he anticipates extremely well. He's a safety, but he has the mind of a quarterback.
And can hit you like a DN, honestly.
And he will come up and hit you in the face. See, that's Texas, you got to do that.
I mean, I don't know if I love the call there with wide zone, but, if you're going to pick up 4 like that, at least showing the Buckeyes that you can get to the edge if they're not going to set that and run fit that. Let's see what we get here. Right hash, third down and 7. Again, this
for a 4th down
like
territory.
this is again kind of in that no man's land. I wonder. Again, first drive, Texas called a run play because they knew they were in 4-down territory. I don't think we're going to see that again. Now we got a flag, man. I think we might have got some movement. False start. So that's going to make you 3rd and 12. Now you definitely won't get a run. What about empty? Hey, what about empty here? What about empty here? Get out wide. I know you're exposed on the line of scrimmage with only 5 blockers, but again, you're trying to get this football out quick anyway.
Knowing Steve Sarkisian, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a screen.
He has his own special name screen. The Sark screen is what people call it now.
You're in trips,
I guarantee you
smells like
that's
tunnel.
where Caleb Downs kills you because all right, motioning in. There we go. That's that cheetah motion that Miami's done with Tyreek Hill.
Into a sack.
You can't do that. I mean, you just can't do that. TJ Tulimolo.
Where's Arch?
Well, that it's funny you say. I mean, Arch Manning's not going to come in and play quarterback, but is there
who's sacking Quinn Ewers right here? Quinn Ewers is sacking Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Trust me, I watched Jared Stidham play at Auburn. You're running away from Ghost.
So if let's say you go down 14-0 here, right? Look, Quinn Ewers is going to have to be the guy who's going to bring you back in the football game if you're going to do it. But how much are you bringing in Arch for anything, for any other run game? We saw him using against Texas A&M. He was scoring touchdowns on the ground. Saw him use him a little bit more as a decoy in the SEC championship game. I mean, is he going to play it all tonight?
Who knows, David? I don't know. I mean, it's just a pure absolute guess right now. But look, if you're Texas, you haven't been blocking bad up front. I mean, your offensive line is – you go back and watch the sacks. Quinn is stepping into sacks. And if he's doing that – then it's going to be a long day. Because if Ohio State runs out and scores a touchdown here and you're 14-0 walking into the second quarter, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Well, look, the team that started hottest yesterday ended up losing the game, and that was Penn State. So let's see. A lot of football left to play. What's the chat saying?
All right, chat, let's get in here. Let's go to Cole. It says Ohio State's just too hot right now. They look like the clear and better football team. I would have to agree with that. Let's go to Longhorns Up. What's up? Quinn, what are you doing? Put in Arch Manning. I'm already over.
What's the ratio between Texas fans and Buckeyes fans in the chat? Do we know?
Because I would say there's more Texas fans. I would say there's more Texas fans, and I blame you for it.
Why do you blame me?
It's all the hate against Ohio State.
All the hate? What are you talking about?
All the hate.
I was the one telling people don't overreact after the Michigan game. There's way too many people across the country. That was the only time they saw the Buckeyes play all year, and they completely dismissed them once they got in the college football playoff. I said, hey, I said the same thing that I'm kind of saying about Texas tonight. Let's don't just go ahead and assume that they're going to lose this game. There's too many good football players on the field.
Let's go to $5 donation from Michael P. Turning y'all up and turning the TV down.
Yeah, there you go, brother. That's a good strategy.
Come on, Mike.
That's a good strategy. Hey, where's Bob? Where's Bob? Where's Bob? I mean, Bob, you don't discriminate against me because I'm a Michigan guy, do you?
No.
We're friends.
Bob,
you just like to
the things he said about your program, Bob.
But I'll say it to his face. Okay.
That doesn't make it better.
Bob pays me back by beating me in poker on Tuesday nights up here. Okay, taking all my cigars.
And we do have a couple Mayflowers in the house.
Yeah, we got Mayflowers, man. Big shout out to Michael Knowles into the Daily Wire. We got Mayflower cigars here. And also, did you know this? Where we are tonight, Mission Cigar and Social in Spring Hill, Tennessee is the exclusive retailer of Mayflower cigars in the state of Tennessee. So why don't you come on in, grab you a stick. You guys are open this weekend, right? I mean, The last place with hair on their chest in Tennessee in the snowstorm, I guess, here.
All right, let's go to Malachi. Malachi, what's up? He says, I feel like Ohio State's about to run away with this one. Does Texas already lose the game only down a touchdown?
Well, Oregon did. When it was 7-0 in the Rose Bowl, Oregon already lost. Like, let's be honest. It was that's how much of a thorough beating that was. All right, here's Will Howard. We're coming back from commercial. If he's going to be this accurate in the pass game and be able to identify zone and man this well, Texas is going to have to figure out a way, Blaine, to disguise something. Talk about it from the wide receiver perspective. You played wide receiver in college. You know, zone versus man, obviously people motion a lot now to help you identify, but your route's completely different.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you'll see the veteran receivers, the pre-snap adjustments you'll see from guys tells you if it's man or zone. Because right now, if it's me, it's what? It's zone.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Buckeyes at the 8-yard line. Snap. They're going to fake this. There's the slide route. Okay, there's the slide route that we saw against Oregon that he scored on. That should have been a 3-yard loss. That should be a 3-yard loss. Instead, it's a 4-yard gain. So to me, that's a surplus of 7 yards because that guy's a freak show.
Like it's definitely like being a play caller and calling a play that's not going to work, and you just have some guy break 3 tackles.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Like, all right, it's a little bit better. I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Again, that was a very similar play call to how they got him involved against Oregon, except that was into the boundary up there. Now he's split out wide to the field. Texas looks like, are they in single high? Drop back for Will Howard. Yeah, look, it's just
stealing. You're going to have to do something else. He's seeing it really well right now. If it's anything, I'm heating him up.
Look, if it's going to be like that, man, it's just Texas in for a long day. Let's look at this. Little OTB route, Blaine, over the ball. Again, why? Because it's zone coverage. If that was man, he'd stay on the run right there. Right? He'd stay on the run because it's zone, which I don't mind the strategy of playing zone against Will Howard. See if he'll throw you one. He almost did on the first drive, but little over the ball route there. All right, this is a little waggle route here. Look at that. No one setting the edge for Texas, and then that's a 2-yard gain.
You've seen like old Will Howard's forcing a football right?
Yep, that's
forcing
true.
a football right
That's
there.
true.
But now he's seeing it. I think Texas only brought 3 right there.
Did
Anytime you bring 3, you better cover in the back end.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to mix it up best they can. Buckeyes now 2nd and 8, 2:38 and counting in the first quarter. They are at what yard line are they at? Do we know?
I'm about to know here in a second.
They're at the 26-yard line. They're going to come out.
2nd and 8.
1 tight end, 1 running back, 11 personnel, a little orbit motion. They're going to get it on the end around.
Oh, Trayvon.
Wow, look
Watch
at
this.
that.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch.
Woo! Wait. Did he come? So that was 2 running backs.
Yeah, it was a 2 running backs.
That was 21
I'm pretty sure
personnel.
Hendy lined up a receiver.
Oh,
right?
no, that's Junkins. So they got Travion Henderson and Quinshon Junkins in the game at the same time. This is really interesting. Look at Quinshon Junkins blocking. Look, the story of the first 2 drives so far for them is Quinshon Junkins blocking.
Oh, that's called weight room.
How you like that? How you like watching your star running back block for your other star running back like that?
Sounds like a trick.
All right, Texas still going to be in 2 high safeties. Is this empty?
Oh, dang,
No
man.
pressure.
Wow.
All right. They're doing whatever they want. Whatever they want to do with the football, they can do.
Pass.
Again, he's getting away with it.
Somebody had to not have their head turned.
Look, this is a basic route from the boundary. Texas staying in 2 high safeties, but it's empty.
Oh.
Ooh. Look, at some point, man, the Texas DBs are going to have to start to impose their will the way that Quinshon Junkins is right now from the running back position. Single high here. That safety is going to spin into the boundary. Mbuka in motion. All right. There's a little something. Buckeyes go to the ground game. Texas stop for no gain. 49 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Why'd the clock stop?
Penalty. 15 yards on Ohio State.
Was that on Henderson?
Yep. Get him out.
All right, we got a penalty flag here. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Man, after a gain of no yards, You don't see that too often from him. Let's watch it here. What are you doing, man? What are you? He's played too much football to make that mistake.
Hey, he's got a helmet on.
Yeah. Now your hand hurts and you lost
That
15
doesn't
yards.
hurt.
Hey, he'll make up for that. He's too experienced. He's too much of a leader on this team. Yeah, Ryan Day's like, dude, what are you doing?
Ryan Day, you just lost $3,000. Minus 3,000, Travion.
I mean, in today's era, I guess you could do that.
Good.
All right, now Buckeyes going to try a little pistol formation
Look
of
who's
their
a
own.
tight end. Look who's. It's Jeremiah.
Okay, all right.
Will, I don't. That's just the definition of a wrong read, dude.
All right, now, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. No one wants to be in 3rd and long. I get it, but the Buckeyes are at least built to be able to convert from here. I watched them convert. We watched the Indiana game up here. It was 2nd and 35, and the Buckeyes are converting. With the type of offense they play, it's never safe. It's never an automatic that you're going to stop this. Now, Texas is going to bring those safeties back 3rd and 26. That's almost about the length we were talking about. I don't know if we're going to get a snap here, though, Blaine. Oh, yeah, they do snap it. All right. He hits the check down. All right. Ball out to midfield. This is going to be a 4th down punt. Texas is going to get the football back to start the 2nd quarter. A little delivery? Oh, yeah? What? Who was is anybody saying who sent Pizza Hut?
Who sent Pizza Hut, guys? Who sent it yesterday?
Woo! Look at that. Hey, this is for the house, boys. Let's all get in on this. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. What are your big takeaways there after we finally see Texas rise to the occasion on defense?
I don't think Texas rose to the occasion. I think Ohio State did something stupid.
Okay. Well, they did. You had the stop on 1st down that led to it being 2nd and 10. Then you do get the penalty. 3rd down or on 2nd down, they do get a stop on Will Howard. So at least there's some positive momentum. Obviously,
look, it's positive because you got to stop. But I think Ohio State's the reason they got stopped. I mean, they were moving the ball down the field. I mean, easily.
Got to get back on schedule here if you're Texas.
You got to score some points.
They were on schedule in the first drive.
Yeah,
right?
you at least need 3. Quinn Ewers has to magically be a different guy. Like, you're going to have to do something because, David, if they're bringing 4, all right, and we talked about this, if they can go hat for a hat and get to Quinn Ewers, it's going to be a long day for Texas. They're not even getting to him. He's running into sacks.
You mean totally be a different guy from what he's been so far in this game or what he's been throughout his career? Again, I've seen him do it in big games. I've seen him do it.
Yeah, but not against these guys.
Like, you're sacking yourself.
Yeah, like not against these guys. Can he do it against these guys? Because I say this all the time. You look at the elite teams in college football, they have a true dual threat guy. Like, it's tough to just sit back. It's in the NFL. It's tough to just sit back in the pocket, be clean, go through your reads, and beat teams with guys like Will Howard, with guys like Riley Leonard, that if it does break down, they can go skate for 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm interested to see if we get any quarterback design run with Arch Manning in the football game. So this is from Serb. Thank you, Serb. There you go, brother.
Thank you.
Man, appreciate that, Serb.
Hey, guys, if you're in there, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you donate on topic, it will get read. $2 donation from Serb. Yeah, we got you, bro. Appreciate it. Let's go to Caleb. He says, Will Howard is making some dangerous throws, making me nervous.
Yeah, but he's getting away with it. If this keeps going for 60 minutes, though, I wouldn't be surprised if Texas does get a pick at some point. For me, for both of these teams, if you were to get a turnover, I'd say Buckeyes are more likely to get a turnover with a strip on a sack, right, with Jack Sawyer or TJ Tulimoloau. For Texas to get a turnover, it's more likely to come through the air on an interception, I would say.
True. I wouldn't be surprised to see a batted ball interception in this game.
Now, and that's interesting too, because like we said, Quinn Ewers does get a lot of balls batted. Again, if you're just joining us, we're Crane and Company. Jake's not with us here. They're in the hospital. They just had their baby. We're super excited about that, but we're still going to hold down the fort here to see which one of these teams makes the college football national championship. Start of the second quarter right now. Buckeyes are punting to Texas. Punts away. Fair catch.
Nope.
No fair catch.
Get wide. Get through it.
Oh, no! Woo! All right, a good return there for Texas. He lost the football, hit the ground. He got it back, though.
If he doesn't fumble that ball.
Wow, Texas dodged a bullet there. They're going to get the football with better field position than he caught it with at the 10, that's for sure.
Dangerous play.
Look at this right here. Look at this. Boom. Got his arm in there, fumble, but Texas gets away with it. Yeah, what a bounce.
What a bounce.
Right back to him. Look at that. The old lemon-shaped ball sometimes just comes right back to you. I didn't see what yard line he got out to, Blaine.
I think he's, 30 plus.
All right, here we go, 25. So this is essentially if it was a touchback. Golden in motion. Texas going to go with a draw. That's going nowhere but backwards. Again, Texas at least trying to stay committed to the run game. Just not working right now. 2nd and 11 here. Five rush yards so far for Texas.
Not good.
All right, little stalk and go. They end up hitting the check down, though. What's the flag?
Pass interference.
Maybe holding on the stalk and go there?
No, it's going to be pass.
Pretty late flag.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was too late for that. Face mask on Texas. No.
It's got to be the guy blocking.
Well, again, that's just a killer, man. That's just a killer.
Yeah, he can't do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe don't do that. That's holding and face mask in the same play.
Yeah, literally.
All right, this is going to bring up 3rd and long for Texas. No, 2nd and 21. Sorry, 2nd and 21. Buckeyes in there look like dime personnel. All right, how much is that? That gets you back out to where you were.
Yep.
All right, so now you're 3rd and 10. The very definition of off schedule here. Let's see if Gunnar Helm's in the football game. Should be Helm, Golden, Wingo. Get all your guys out there. Got to pick this up. All right, they're going to motion Gunnar Helm in. Looks like they got Wingo and Golden to the field here in a stack formation. Buckeyes showing pressure. They're going to bring it. Look at this. Look at this. It's just like it's the same movie. It's the same movie. And that's on him. This is what I talked about. Remember the corner cat pressure against Georgia in Austin. They brought it from the boundary, sack, fumble, Georgia goes down and score. Again, not every sack is on the offensive line. Quarterbacks have to understand how to set pressure. You know where this has got to come from. It's coming from the boundary. Just can't get to it.
Texas has gotten lucky with 2 recoveries already.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one time he doesn't step up in the pocket.
I mean, the guard tried to push back out there too. I'd like to see that one in slow motion just to see. Again, you have to pass that off though.
Great punt.
All right, punt here. Caleb Downs going to return. They bottled that up. So, again, good field position for the Buckeyes, but if you're Texas, at least it's not in plus territory. Well, terrible drive for Texas, man. Off schedule from the start.
Yeah, I mean, you come out and you do a bread and butter run the first play. You're not going to beat these guys just staying ordinary, staying normal. You have to somewhat, and you saw Oregon, if the success Oregon did have was, Dylan Gabriel creating. Quinn Ewers is not going to create. Well, he's not a painter.
Yeah.
Right? He's a 9 to 5.
What did we see work? What did we see work for him? The now screen. right, to Wingo. All right, that's getting the football out of your hands.
How many deep
quick.
shots have we seen?
I'm watching wide receivers run too far down the field if they're going to get pressure on Quinn Ewers like this. How about we just get the football out of our hands a little bit? See if these speed guys can make some plays.
I mean, you have the speed for sure, but, like, you're not going to be able to operate like this down 14. Like, the more you just try to keep it close, you better hope Ohio State keeps getting personal foul penalties.
Yeah, well, again, I'm also, though, I understand what you're saying, but, again, Texas, you can't completely abandon the run game. Again, in the 2 losses against Georgia, how many rushing yards did they have? Maybe 40 combined for both games?
Yeah.
I mean,
but on the other side, your defense was stopping Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia's offense against Ohio State's offense
Not
is
in
not
the
even
first
the
game
same
they were.
stadium.
Not in the first game.
It's not even close.
All right, we're at a commercial break. Again, we're here at the Mission Cigar and Social in Spring Hill, Tennessee. We got Mayflower Cigars. We got the whole crew here getting fired up for this football game. 7-0 right now. Buckeyes over Texas. Get your best bets in. What's the poll right now?
The poll is who will win the first half, Ohio State or Texas?
What are the numbers at?
It's looking like Ohio State a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot. Okay. Any good comments in there right now?
Let's
Again,
go to
we're live.
Andre Agassi, pretty good tennis
Andre
player.
Agassi's
I
in
know,
here?
Right? Says, how much did Ohio State pay the Illuminati for the national championship this year? Apparently $23 million.
Yeah, apparently it's over $20 million. Again, we're live on YouTube right now, right?
Yeah,
we're live on
YouTube,
Daily
Twitter,
Wire.
Daily Wire.
Okay, we're live on X.
Third.
Anything else? Anything else cool that I don't know about?
I don't know, man.
You know,
I
we're in the
don't know.
trust tree.
It's on the line. I know
We
that.
are in the trust tree. Whatever, if Elon just invented something last night, we might be live on there too. What is this? What is this?
It's Matthew Golden.
Matthew
Third.
Golden's limping to the locker room. Congrats. Whatever hope y'all had, congrats, because that's gone. That hurts, man. Did you see something? Did he get rolled up on maybe? Or did he quit? Is he already in the transfer portal?
He's
Matthew Golden's in the
He
transfer
actually
portal.
just
boys.
transferred to
I heard-
Ohio State.
I heard he's going to play for the Buckeyes in the second half.
Yeah, literally.
You can do that these days.
He's going for his girlfriend.
12-20, yeah, his girl's in Columbus. 12:28 left in the second quarter. Buckeyes snapping the football now. They're going to get a little rollout here with Will Howard. Easy completion, his pitch and catch. That's what I want to see from Quinn Ewers.
A little sprint out.
A little bit, just get him on the roll, man. Eliminate half the field, just hit some easy completions. But then again, I've been saying that all season. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to pretend to know more football than Steve Sarkisian does, but I'm just telling you what I'd like to see. Well, there's Barron. All right, there's your Jim Thorpe Award winner, and he's locked up on Jeremiah Smith. This one-on-one coverage here. I mean, this best on best. They're going to get the football to Tate. That's a first down. Again, Buckeyes almost out to midfield. All right, we need some points here if our over is going to hit, man.
Let's get the. Yeah. Ohio State's taking a lot longer than they usually do.
Are you a little surprised we're not seeing more tempo here
Yeah.
from either team? I thought we'd see a lot more tempo.
He's open. Throw it deep.
Just barely got rid of that ball. This is going to bring up 2nd and 10. Again, hey, Texas getting a little bit of pressure there. If you're having to pick Will Howard up off the turf after every
Yep.
play, that's a good thing for Texas, even if you don't get home.
Look at that hand.
Oh, look at that. What do they call that, a contusion?
Yep.
Yes.
A little contusion on the left hand. Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Oh, my goodness.
Like, some things I don't need to see on national television.
That was a shot for the ladies.
Yeah, 10 of 13 for 91 yards so far for Will Howard. He's in total command here. There's a little RPO out wide to Jeremiah Smith. That's the best you can do. Flag, though. What was that, holding? At least if you're Texas, you hadn't let that guy beat you yet.
Well, then, quit throwing it behind the line of scrimmage.
If you're Buckeyes,
Yeah.
you say that, but he caught that slide route behind the line of scrimmage
This
against
isn't
Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, I get it, but that's why. Hey, that's why if you're Texas, you got the Jim Thorpe Award winner on him, right? Like this is best on best. All right, what was the call? Was it holding?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's holding.
Yep.
All right, holding on the Buckeyes. This is going to bring up 2nd and 20. They're going to come out. Travion Henderson's at running back. Looks like one tight end, I believe. One tight end, 3 wide receivers. This is 11 personnel. Texas going to drop in coverage here. Drop back for Will Howard. That's too easy. That's too easy,
You'll
man.
take that all day.
Yeah, you take that all day. That's a big gain for the Buckeyes. This is going to bring up 3rd and under 10 at least.
3rd and 7.
Mm-hmm. Third and 8, 10:27 and counting.
All right, a little 3rd and 7 action here. 10 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the second.
Texas showing pressure. You think they back out of this?
No, I'm bringing it.
They are bringing it.
Oh.
Nope, incomplete. Incomplete, over the middle. No flag that I see. This is going to be 4th and 8. Buckeyes going to punt it back away to Texas. All right, that's 2 stops in a row, Blaine. 2 stops in a row. Penalties helped you out. Actually, they only ended up – well, they could have gotten holding right there on Travion Henderson.
I mean,
that was weird. They actually didn't bring pressure. It was sort of that delayed spy look that we see Georgia do sometimes against, like, Alabama and mobile quarterbacks.
you can make a special teams play.
Again, Texas has put it on the ground twice. They've gotten away with it both times. The punt's away. And no return. Texas going to get the football at about the 8-yard line. Yep. It's a long way to go.
Just living on Texas' side of the field.
Yeah.
It's hard to go 90 against these guys.
Yeah. Then again, we saw Penn State do it yesterday. We saw Penn State go 90 yards, throw the football once on that drive for 4 yards.
Do you know Penn State didn't complete a pass to a receiver?
Yeah, I saw you tweet that yesterday. Did we? I didn't even realize that during the game.
No.
Did you know that, Mark?
I saw when they, like he was saying, they tweeted it out. I was like, really?
Didn't complete a pass to a wide receiver yesterday for Penn
You
State
didn't complete a pass to a receiver, you still scored 24 points.
against Notre Dame.
Tyler Warren's pretty good.
Yeah. which and that's what we were talking about with the personnel groupings yesterday. It's like, okay, like he can call himself a tight end, but it's kind of like the Jimmy Graham days back.
He's
in,
Taysom Hill.
Like Jimmy Graham back in the day. Remember, he's like, wait, I should get wide receiver money. You're splitting me out every round.
Yeah.
Tyler Warren's the same way. Tyler Warren's
He's playing
like,
quarterback.
are you sure you didn't complete a pass to a wide receiver? Because I'm pretty sure I was playing wide out a lot.
I mean, he's playing position.
Yeah.
That's what he's playing.
Athlete.
Yeah.
ATH.
Team position. Hell, he's probably coached a couple games this year. I wouldn't be surprised.
What's going on in the chat right now? We have multiple chats going, don't we?
Yeah.
Which chat's hot? They
Let's
got
go to
their feet
Roger
chopping?
Hacker. I seriously can't believe that most of y'all don't think Texas can hang, but we'll see what happens. That's why we play the game.
What do I have right there? What does that say? What's that say right there? Texas money line plus 210.
Yeah.
Do not embarrass me.
I mean, Roger, my eyes work.
I'm
I
getting
don't know,
embarrassed
like,
right now.
I didn't say Texas couldn't hang. I mean, they have NFL players running around, but y'all better score some points.
Yeah, it just.
Hey, Penn State was up 10-0.
Yeah, look again to his point. Penn State was up 10-0. Notre Dame came back and won, but
Wasn't that game yesterday?
most of the what did
I
I
just
say?
want to make sure that game was yesterday. I'm not confused.
I think it was. I don't know. Everything's kind of blurring together right now. We've had 2 babies born in the last 2 days
We
in the
have
Booster Club.
hectic week.
It's just a lot going on. We got college football though.
Yeah.
Can't beat that, man. Can't beat that.
I hate it when it snows after Christmas.
Shout out to Darby Lou's commercial here. My wife
Wow.
helping run the Aflac commercials with Saban and Dion. It's funny ads.
Nick Saban's wearing all types of different hats he sells.
What they say the other day when they had a picture of him with that hat, and they're like, when the guy at the store tells you they've never seen the hat look so good
so
on
good
anyone.
before, yeah.
Oh, I'm just kidding, Coach Saban.
No, he's dead serious, Coach.
I had a point that I wanted to make about Texas on the ground. We talked about Texas rushing attack. When they were playing Clemson, it was like start to finish, right? It wasn't like it got going out of nowhere.
Yeah.
For these games, this is what's making me worry about Texas right now. In games where they haven't been able to get it going, it just wasn't there from the start. Meanwhile, I mean, they were running all over. There's Steve Sark. There's Sark at BYU, 1997 Cotton Bowl. Sling it around, kid.
Not a great ball, Sark. It's going to be outside shoulder.
What are you talking about? It's a touchdown. Look at that. There's a ball. 1915. 1915.
Show me the stats.
All right. We're back from commercial right here. 1st and 10. They are going to run it.
There you go.
And they're going to get 7. 7 on the ground. You got to like that. Good. Like I said, we're not abandoning the run game. We're going to get it going. At the same time, we know we got to hit some explosive plays. 21 of 36 in the Cotton Bowl. Yeah, 291.
97, dude. 36.
Look at that. 4-man front for the Buckeyes here. Looks like Texas is in. Looks like they're in a heavy personnel, 12 personnel here. Pistol formation. They're going to run it again. That's a first down. All right, 2 run plays in a row for Texas. Pick up 11 yards total. I like it. Let's see. Did they pull someone here? Was it counter? Yep, they pulled a guard. This is a little GH counter, really GY because Gunnar Helm's a tight end. But, yeah, pull the guard, get your motion going across the formation there. Pistol formation again here. Play action, Blaine, play action. Yep. Look at that. Little waggle, 116. Oh, he dropped it.
No.
Wow.
You got to catch that. You're a giant.
Play action to Gunnar Helm over the middle. But
why is the clock running?
What a hit. He had him. Again, that ball's high, though. If you put that in his chest, it's complete. High throw there from Quinn Ewers. Couldn't bring it down.
I don't want to hear nothing about targeting.
Yeah, Steve Sarkisian begging for targeting now. All right, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Play clock is stopped after an incompletion. Are they looking at this? They're either looking at something or this has been a delay of game for 10 seconds.
It might be targeting.
What are they saying? I don't have my earpiece in.
All right, let's play the game. We figured it out.
Yeah, I don't know. No penalty called, though. It's going to be 2nd and 10, 8:45 left in the second. All right, quick ball, quick game right there for Texas. Was that complete?
Yeah, he caught it. Ohio State tackling the open field.
Uh-oh. We talked about the Jordan 1s before the game. Those cleats are pretty awesome, not going to lie. Buckeyes got a player down. Oh, no. That's JTT.
Yeah.
All right. One of the best pass rushers for the Buckeyes now down. He got rolled up on. Oh, no. All right, they're going to go to commercial as they look at this injury
96
right here.
is getting his ass so bad he's hurting other players.
Well, hey, if Texas is having a problem blocking these pass rushers, him going out of the game
it's going to be huge.
Yeah, that's a huge factor.
If you're Texas here, you need some points, even if it's 3.
Yeah.
Even if it's 3, I mean, you walk into halftime down 4, and you gave up only 1 touchdown against Ohio State. It's a win. It's kind of what we talked about with Notre Dame yesterday with Penn State, getting that 3 points before halftime, turning it into a 1-possession game. Because I don't know if Ohio State's going to end the half with just 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so at what point are you putting Arch Manning in the game just to give a different flavor of ice cream?
I mean, mean, you can put him in 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. You know, I don't think you put him in there on a 1st and 10. Or maybe that's the best time to put him in.
Yeah, when it's least expected.
Right?
You mean? Yeah.
No
Again,
big mistakes.
but
You got to remember, Texas got away with that punt, fumble, Quinn Ewers fumble. You recovered both of them. That could have been a huge momentum swing.
Mm-hmm. Again, hey, we're Crane & Company. I'm David Cohn. This is Blaine Crane. Jake not with us tonight. He and his wife Reed are still in the hospital. They just gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, Viola. You went to see her, right?
Yeah,
Man.
absolutely precious. Looks
Justine,
like her mother. We're all
Justine, can you
excited.
bring her picture up again? Let's see baby Viola.
We're all excited.
Again, we were both 2 ounces off on the way. I was
So
2 ounces
close,
under.
man.
You were 2 ounces over. We got another booster club baby. So excited about that. Hope you are doing well in the hospital. Last night was kind of interesting. We didn't know if we were going to get a baby while the game was still going on here.
I know.
But yeah, if you're new to Crane & Company, if you've never seen us before, again, set your stream to where we are in the game. We're going to keep updating you throughout. Live commentary, live bets. I want to hear the best bets in here, the wildest bets. Again, we have someone win $3,000 on the over when we were in these seats for Notre Dame, Indiana, first round of the playoffs.
He hit the over off the onside kick touchdown. So the onside kick Indiana got it would score
That's
2 minutes left.
That's right. The Buckeyes beat Texas in 2006. That's when we played them in the 1 versus 2 year. They went on to play Florida in the national championship. Again, 2 of the most storied programs in college football. TJT going into the injury tent there, but it looked like he was going on under his own power there, right?
Yeah, he walked in there. It's an ankle.
All right. This is going to bring up 3rd and 6 for Texas. We're back from commercial break, 8:31 left in the second quarter. Man, you got to convert here. You got to convert. They're going to have formation into they're in empty. All right, Texas in empty here. They're going to motion the running back to the backfield, and now he's going to orbit motion. Where's Quinn Ewers throwing the ball, man? I'm not sure what the strategy is there, Blaine. Empty. Oh, holding, but it's a terrible throw either way. Like, that's not where that football needs to go. Yeah, that's going to be 4th and 6. Texas going to punt this ball away. Look, if Texas is going to win, they need the best version of Quinn Ewers, and they're just not getting it. I don't know how else to say it. Because now, I mean, you're asking your defense to shut this Buckeye offense down every single drive. They've given you 2 stops in a row.
Well, it's hard to win if you score no points.
Exactly. You can't do it. And so I'm not sure. For Texas on offense, man.
Where's Jeremiah Smith?
Well, again, they got the Jim Thorpe Award winner on him. Sometimes they bracketed him. Sometimes it's been single coverage. But it's been penalties that have been killing OSU, not who they're getting the football to.
Does Will Howard make the mistake? When's the mistake coming?
You know, I would say that he will throw an interception at some point in this game, but that alone is not that. I mean, that alone, the Buckeyes could win this game by 30, even if he throws a pick. If Texas can't get anything going on offense, if I'm the Buckeyes here, man, I'm just staying aggressive. Stay aggressive like you were in the first half. Here's Jeremiah Smith to the boundary. They're going to run the football. That's a big stop for Texas. Like, if you can at least shut down the run game like that, the question is, do you have to dedicate resources to the run game that take away from some of these wide receivers? There's a man down for Texas. All right, TJ Tulimolo out on the sideline.
Yeah, get on the field.
Yeah, like if you're
get
sprinting
on
around,
the field.
I've seen enough. Get him out there. They got him spatted up. They didn't give him his helmet yet. You like a good spat job?
I was always fun.
We weren't allowed to get spatted because
we got lucky.
The cleat company.
We had a former trainer from the Falcons.
Oh yeah.
So he just
nice spat job.
Get out.
Mm-hmm. Well, he might be going to get spatted now on his ankle here too. Targeting on the running back. Targeting. They never call that one, do they, David Elkins? They don't call that one. Offense can get away with anything. 6'6", 335.
Yeah.
It's a screen. That's a screen door coming at you.
Thing.
Yeah.
Also the third string.
Yeah. And they let him kick off sometimes too. All right, here we go. Buckeyes under center. Look at this. Toss out wide. Ooh.
Gotta be holding.
Another penalty here. Look, if this is holding, this has been the only thing holding on the Buckeyes after a big game. This has been what has stopped the Buckeyes the last two drives. They've been stopping themselves with penalties. Again, that's going to put you behind the chains. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, look. I mean, that takes away a huge game.
I always love it when he immediately looks at the ref right
Let
here.
me ask you this, though.
Watch this. Nope, didn't do it.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what I like, man. I like Quinshon Junkins and Travion Henderson being on the field at the same time. I've been calling for this with the Detroit Lions, getting David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs on the field at the same time. What do you think about it?
Hey, Mbuka, Jeremiah Smith, run deep.
I hear you, but like again, that was
I don't care if you're
6-yard
in too high. You're in one high. Run deep.
Chip Kelly does.
There it is.
Just got the snap off here at 2nd and 20. Will Howard drop back. Again, feasting over the middle on these OTB routes over the ball. What's that going to bring up? Lane, 3rd and what?
3rd and 12.
Did he? I thought he got a little more than 8.
Third and 13.
3rd and 13. All right, you were right. I was wrong. It won't happen again this stream though. All right, here we go.
I've ever seen
Jeremiah
two man.
Smith.
This is it.
Jeremiah Smith to the boundary here. He's getting bracketed again.
Another penalty.
So there was one of your answers right there on Jeremiah Smith. Bracketed, double coverage. He's into the boundary. How much, if you're Chip Kelly, are you going to line him up in the slot? We've seen it a couple times this game.
Right? You motion them. You get them going early. I love snapping the ball while guys already moving. In motion, not jumping off.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they got confused there. Again, we see the Miami Dolphins do a lot of that. They call it the cheetah motion with Tyreek Hill. A lot of offensive coordinators are using it in today's game. Hadn't seen Jeremiah Smith in motion a lot, though. All right, this is going to make it 3rd and 18.
When does he throw a pick?
Right here.
Texas showing a little pressure. They're going to bring 4 zone coverage. I mean, that's a heck of a ball in a route, but that's a 1, 2, 3. That's a 15-yard pickup. But what does that matter when you're in 3rd and 18? Again, the Buckeyes have been killing themselves here on the last 3 drives. Texas taking advantage of it, but Texas is going to have to get something going on offense here. I'll tell you what, our over bet sure isn't looking too good. 4th and 3, Buckeyes going to punt this one away. It's 5 minutes and 38 seconds left in the second quarter and counting. Why are there no Buckeyes on the punter's helmet? I guess he doesn't punt a lot, does he? That's why we say stickers don't count when it comes to the helmets. It's not a permanent decal.
Ugly football game.
Yeah.
Ugly football
Texas
game.
hanging around.
It's not like the
hanging
defenses
around.
are out here playing phenomenal. It's just penalties.
Yeah, that's true. What's the chat talking about?
All right, let's go to Perkins. What's up, man? He said someone in Vegas told OSU this game's supposed to be close. They're beating themselves. Still not impressed with Texas. Let's go to Archangel Music. Refs keeping Texas in the game. Shame Texas can't do anything on offense.
Are the refs keeping Texas in the game, boys? Are the refs keeping? I know what you. I don't hear from you, Bob.
I think our penalties.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like,
They're just catching us.
yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. I'm torn on this because, like, obviously I have the utmost respect for Steve Sarkisian and his play calling ability, but the most success you've had is when you've been getting the football out of your hands quick here. The now screens, the tunnel screens. Hadn't seen a lot of that. I'm seeing Quinn Ewers drop back passing game and get sacked. It's not really working.
Well, if your defense is going to play like this, it might turn into one of those games you just can't make a mistake. Which team makes a mistake first is the team that loses.
Again, I just think it's a tall task to ask your defense to stop the Buckeyes offense every single drive. And especially you're already down 7-0. That's at some point the Texas offense has to be what we've seen them be for most of the season, right? Now, not the 2 games against Georgia. For a lot of the game, it was up and down a little bit with the Arizona State game. But, again, I saw with my own eyes what they did to that Michigan defense, and they're going to have 3 first-round picks on that defense. You know what a lot of it was? Tempo.
Yeah, none of that
going
today.
turbo offense to get the starting players for the first-string defense off the field. Haven't seen a lot of tempo. I'll tell you what. If you had told me out of these 2 playoff games that we've seen here the last 2 days, which game would have the most tempo, and it ends up being Penn State and Notre Dame, I would have called you crazy. Penn State used tempo very effectively last night.
These look like 2 teams who aren't playing to win; they're just playing not to lose.
It looks like that so far, which I'm a little surprised to see, honestly.
Watching this game just makes me feel better about Notre Dame having a chance.
Yeah, well, I saw the hypothetical lines today. If they play Texas would be 3-point favorites against Notre Dame. If they play the Buckeyes, I saw it at 9.5.
Woo!
Yeah. What are we on X too?
Yeah.
How many people we got there on X? Is that the roll up on Golden? That's what happened to Golden. He got rolled up too. That's what it was. All right, he's back on the sideline. Matthew Golden's back on the sideline for Texas. He's not going in the football game, though. I think that's your biggest playmaker on offense. If he doesn't play, if he doesn't play, it's going to be even tougher. 5 wide here for Texas. There we go. That's what I was talking about. Get the football out of his hands now. And what is it? It's an 8-yard pickup. Let's do it. Let's keep it going. Let's get a little tempo. Why are we walking around the field like we don't care? I'm confused right now. I don't get it. I mean, what do I know? I don't. He looks like Eli Manning right now. I don't want Eli Manning to catch strays on this podcast and won 2 Super Bowls, but still. Where's Caleb Downs? How close to the line of scrimmage is he? All right, Texas on a toss there. That's going to be a first down pickup. Yeah, there goes Blue right there, man. He feasted against Clemson. Let's get him going some more. Wisner now back in the game for Texas at running back. Again, Matthew Golden still on the sidelines. Gunnar Helm in motion here. This is going to be 11 personnel for Texas. Caleb Downs right there in the middle of the field. They're living in this nickel and dime package. And look who makes the tackle, Caleb Downs. But again, that's 5 yards.
That's great. You have 4 minutes left. You're not going to 5 yards your way down the field.
Well, I mean, it's 7-0. Like maybe part of this strategy is just not to give the explosive Ohio State offense the football more. I don't know. I'm not saying that's a great strategy, but all right. Now it's 5 wide, complete empty here for Quinn Ewers. You better get the football out of your hands quick. I mean, now. Instead, it's drop back 3 and a hitch. He is going to take a shot. Any PI there? No PI? Incomplete pass. I don't see a penalty flag.
No,
I'll be honest with you. I'm a little surprised to see 3 and a hitch drop back for Quinn Ewers out of empty. Remember, if you're in 5 wide here, if you're in an empty formation, you only have 5 offensive linemen blocking. You don't have any help from running backs. You don't have any help from tight ends. For a quarterback that's already gotten sacked multiple times, I expect to see quick game out of empty, not shots. But hey, we'll see if they can hit one of those. There's a nice dropped it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Why did he jump?
Was that Isaiah Bond?
Yep.
Was that Bond, the transfer from Alabama?
Yep.
Quinn Ewers, pretty good ball over the middle here.
Why does he jump here?
Yeah, I don't know. You got to
Goodness
catch that.
gracious.
Look, if you want to play in the national championship, you have to catch that football. Yeah, Texas just – that's drive killers, man. Buckeyes beating themselves with penalties. Texas just can't get anything going. They
Ugly
punt the
football
back
game.
again.
It's an
And
ugly game.
And now Buckeyes going to get the football here. 3:23. Yeah, we got the proprietors of this here establishment are Notre Dame fans.
Oh, they're loving this.
So they're loving this, man. That line's just ticking, huh? Tick, tick, tick. 8 for 15 for Quinn Ewers, 91 yards. Again, I'm surprised, man. I've seen Quinn Ewers. I've seen this kid do it at the highest level before. He's playing his former team where he transferred from. I thought we might get the best version of Quinn Ewers tonight. Man, they just can't get anything going. Again, keep Matthew Golden in mind here. If he doesn't come back to play wide receiver for Texas with whatever that ankle injury was, it's going to be even tougher sledding. Buckeyes here just going to stick to the ground. Looks like counter game here with Quinshon Junkins. Again, Texas being able to control the line of scrimmage a little bit more on defense these last couple drives. Again, it's the penalties that have been the killer. But again, they're not giving up these big 7, 8, 9, even 12, 13-yard runs from the Buckeyes like they're so capable of doing with these great running backs they have. So if you're Texas in the front 7, you got to like the way you flip the script here a little bit.
10. What was it?
They ran counter for no gain. Texas, again, controlling the line of scrimmage a little bit. They're going to motion Mbuka here, create a little leverage. Tip ball. That's what we talked about.
Pick.
We talked about the tip ball pick there. Texas unable to intercept that, but still incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and 10.
So you come out, run a counter, and throw a check down.
I take it you don't like that, huh?
No. When was the last time Ohio State pushed the ball down the field?
Yeah.
It's where your bread is buttered. It's absolutely where your bread is buttered.
All right, 3rd and 10. Buckeyes in shotgun. Texas bringing pressure. It's picked. Oh, it was picked up. Was there a stun on that?
Time out, Steve.
No timeout. Is he really going to let this go to the 2-minute timeout? That won't win you the football game. Look at this pressure right here. 4-man front. All right.
Throw it.
Again, Quinshon Junkins is out here blocking his tail off on the running back position, man. He's picking up blitzes. He's doing everything. But they were able. That's the first sack of the game for Texas. I mean, that's huge, man. Look, Texas defense playing their tails off.
Why not call a timeout?
I don't get it. I don't understand that there. I mean, maybe you're thinking.
Waste a 2-minute on.
But again, man, like maybe he's thinking, look, if we have 3 timeouts with 2 minutes left, we can score from anywhere on the field. I mean, I'm not seeing it this game, but I don't know. If you call timeout there, you would be getting the football back with what, 2:35 and 2 timeouts? Seems like a better proposition than getting the football back with 2 minutes.
You can run multiple plays in 35 seconds.
Yeah.
It just
I don't know.
Makes zero sense.
Not,
You'd have told me this game was going to be 7-0 in the first half.
Yeah. It's one of those classic examples where everyone's taking the over. Maybe we should have gone the other way. But, hey, a lot of football.
No,
hey, you have the first half under, don't you?
No, yeah, I needed 2 other things to go right. It's not going well.
That was a parlay?
Yeah, I needed a field goal out of Texas first drive.
I didn't know that was a parlay.
Yeah, I parlayed it.
How many people,
I SGP'd it.
How many people we got on X here?
We got
1,000 in there? Good.
Defense wins championships. No, I get it. I mean, but offense gets the hot chicks. So, I mean, what are we doing?
Ask Carson Beck.
Yeah, and look, I think Carson Beck, great quarterback, probably a great guy, and I'm not the best-looking guy in the world.
Hey.
He's hideous. He is. I'm not a great-looking guy.
I'm not going to comment on dude's physical appearance. Yeah, for $4 million, he's like, I'm good.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I'm good.
All right, that's how it works. I get it. Trust me. Kind of looks like the sloth of Ice Age.
I will say this: I haven't seen what his girlfriend looks like.
I met her. She's great.
We interviewed her. We interviewed the Cavender
Great.
twins.
She's great. Look, Carson's look. Great guy. I just don't think it's because of the looks.
Is he a great guy?
I don't think he didn't play quarterback. If he worked at a steel mill, she's like, God, I love you so much.
Which is far more important to society.
It is.
That's what
To get
the
drafted
ironic
in the
part.
third round.
Yeah. All right, again, if you're just joining the stream here, we're Crane & Company. I'm David Cohn. This is Blaine Crane. Jake not with us. He's with his wife in the hospital. They're cuddled up with their newborn baby girl. She's an absolute angel already. Jake did say she's grounded for being born on the college football. I have a feeling the second she was born, she was ungrounded.
Oh,
I have two infant daughters.
There's 0% chance that girl ever gets grounded.
But if you're just joining us again, we're going to commentate these games, keep our audio on. Feel free to set your stream and time us up with the football game. Get your comments on. We're live on YouTube right now. We're live on X. We're live on Daily Wire Plus. Get your comments in. This buddy is the chat curator. He's going to read your comments. I want your wildest bets, whatever you have here for the full game, for the second half. Ugly football right now, but hey, a close game. So college football fans across the country can't complain on multiple fronts. They can't say, man, these are blowouts. They're like, these games are blowouts in the college football playoff.
Why can't I complain on multiple fronts?
Well, you can't say.
Why can't I? People can attack on multiple fronts. I can't complain.
You can't say two different things at once. You can't say, well, all these playoff games have been blowouts so far, but one team's still playing good football. But then also say, well, we have a close game, but it's boring because neither team's playing good. Again,
look, I'm an offensive guy.
All
right.
I get it, man. You like to go out there and catch the football. You're a selfish guy,
I'm trying to bring new people to college football.
Let me guess. You were always open.
Always.
Yeah. Every wide receiver I've ever met in my life was always open.
Started.
Yeah, I get it.
Just throw it.
I get it.
I watched Will Howard throw into triple coverage against Jeremiah Smith, and he caught it.
Trust me, I've had to deal with people like you my whole life. Triple coverage coming back to the huddle. I'm open, man. I'm open.
It's not my fault. You don't trust me. I did everything I could do.
Here we go. 1:52 left in the first half. Again, Texas didn't use a timeout there before the punt, but they do have 3 timeouts.
Sweet.
Here's the snap. And they're going to run it. They're going to run the football and get nothing. I don't get it. Maybe
that'll work.
The boys at Mission here are right. They're just playing for second half here. Not a good way to make the national championship. Yeah. Yeah, at what point's Ryan Day going to use some timeouts here? He's got 3 too.
Wow. 40 seconds in one play.
Hey, we can't just play. Look at this. We're just throwing it away. We can't just play for the second half, man. You can't win the football game scoring 0 points. I was never that great at math, but I know that much. 3rd and 10 for Texas. Just absolutely nothing going on here. Have you seen Matthew Golden come back in the game? I haven't seen it. I think he's still on the sideline.
No, he's done.
He's out for the game?
He looks like he's done.
So it sounds like Texas's best wide receiver.
It just smells like a sack.
They're bringing pressure. They picked it up, though.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh. Oh, he put his head down. Okay, Quinn. Okay, Quinn.
What a spot.
Okay. Here we go. He is a football player.
Look, before he got hit, he just gave it up to God.
Yeah.
He just gave it up to God.
Look, they gave him the first down. Did he look short, though?
Yeah. Look, if it's me, he ran. Give it to him.
I like to see that, though.
Give it to him.
Playing a little bit inspired football at least, man.
The things that were going on in Quinn Ewer's head.
Look at this right here. Blitz got picked up.
Oh, God.
He takes off.
Oh, no.
Hey.
Oh, please help me.
Bam. And that's Caleb Downs, too, isn't
You
it?
try to look him off. That ain't working.
Down
You're
right
so
there
short.
at the 50. He's a yard short. But look, but you're going for this. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. You haven't played good football. You scored 0 points. Got to do something.
Yeah, you're going for this.
Is this where?
Arch.
Last night I saw Notre Dame with Riley Leonard at quarterback, scores 0 points in the first half. The backup comes in. Who was it? Peanut butter and jelly.
It was Tommy
the Italian
Cutlass.
stallion last night.
Tommy Cutlass.
Notre Dame gets their first points of the game before halftime with their backup. Is this what we need to do? Just get Arch to come in here. We get a field goal, and in the second half, Quinn comes
You
back.
got to think about faking it.
Let's fake about faking. We're thinking about faking.
I don't know where I am.
Yeah. It's the Bourbon Bowl, man. You can't hold anything back.
They've been holding a lot back. A lot.
Hey, but as long as Will Howard's
Look
on the
at Steve.
sideline, Steve's hot. That was a very generous spot. There's no way.
There he is. Get in. There he is.
Arch,
Oh, yeah, you can feel it, right? You want to talk about a Spider-Man tingle?
Spidey senses.
Spider,
please.
no.
Don't be getting tingled by
Spider-Man
guys.
tingle.
Blaine's getting tingled by guys over
Yeah.
here.
Bring him in, Steve.
You're about to
Downset Arch.
You're about to get kicked out of mission.
Downset Arch.
Oh, got to.
He's got his helmet on.
I think he's had his helmet on. He stays ready. He's not over there signaling the plays in, like I hit. When I was a backup, they were like, hey, you can signal the plays in. I didn't get to keep my helmet on the sideline.
Can we just get it in?
Guys, it doesn't take that long. This is one of the areas where the NFL has superiority.
I feel like I'm in court.
Fourth down. All right, here we go. Where are they going to mark it, though? Is it a full yard? Is it inches?
Oh, look who's coming out.
Uh-oh. Here
There
we
he
go.
is. The
Here we go,
Spider-Man
boys.
jingle.
All
Down.
right, the chosen one.
Set.
Let's get the snap first. Let's just get the snap.
Don't let him come in and throw a touchdown.
So 4th and 1. Of course, we're going to line up in shotgun, though. So really, it's
Pop
4th
pass.
and 6. So now it's 4th and 6. Was this quarterback power?
Yeah, if I'm Ohio State, I'm bringing everybody.
Bring everybody. Bring everybody. All right, here we go. Arch Manning's first snap of the game. They're going to motion Gunnar Helm. 4th and 1.
I love it.
Okay.
Got him.
Okay. All right.
Look out.
There we go. Look
Oh,
at that.
no.
He was down. He was down. He's down. They caught it. It's down. All right. Let's talk about
All right,
this.
get off the field.
All right,
Get
let's
off
talk
the
about
field.
this.
Get
Yeah.
off the field.
No, exactly.
Get off the field.
All right, so Arch Manning's first snap there. Look, when he was in the SEC championship game, we saw him go up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
They snapped it through his legs to get to the running back. Steve Sarkisian now built something off of that. Gunnar Helm, the tight end, lines up under center. Snap it through his legs to get to Arch, running quarterback power out wide.
Oh, that ball's out.
No, he's down. That's down. 1st and 10, Texas. 1st and 10, Texas.
Let's go back to
1st
court.
and 10, Texas. Come on, let's
go look at it.
Your instincts were right. Let's keep it moving.
Let's go look at it.
We finally got something going here.
It's out now. I'm telling you that ball's out. I'm telling you that ball's out.
All right.
They called it down on the field.
Ball's out now.
He's down.
No, he's
That's
not.
the wrist. Your wrist is down.
Now the wrist is down.
Ball's not out.
The ball's out.
Now the ball's out.
Now the
Y'all
ball-
are
He's down.
losing it.
He's
Y'all
down.
are
Down by
The
contact.
ball's out now.
He's got that football.
Yeah, he does. Now the football's out. Right there.
Yeah. Now we got our first targeting call
Yeah.
from back of the house here.
They're going to call penalty on Arizona State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow it's Arizona State's fault, I guarantee you.
I don't know if there's enough to overturn it, but I think that ball's out.
Look at this. Snapped it through Gunnar Helm's legs. A compliment off what we saw him do when Arch was in the game, in the SEC championship game. QB power out wide.
Oh, if he stays
Look
up.
at that. Hey, that looked like the run against Texas A&M. Remember, it was to the other side of the field. He scored on that one. Texas ball, 1st and 10, 49 seconds left. Finally have the football in plus territory.
That time. There you go. Oh!
All right, big completion. He stayed up. He stayed up. All right, huge gainer for Texas right there. Huge gainer for Texas. All right, now we got a ball game. Just a stop route.
No, he won down.
I can't wait to watch that kid return kicks in the league.
Yeah. All right,
We
huge.
got plenty of time.
Huge completion there for Texas. Big game. They got the ball at the 18-yard line.
Run it.
39 seconds left. 1st and 10. They're going to They're going to play action, tried to get a screen going to the boundary, didn't work. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Who was that? Tulimoloau? Yeah. TJ Tulimoloau still out of the game. Hey, not missing him much, though. Yeah, so one of the Buckeyes' best defensive players out of the game right now, one of Texas' best offensive players in Golden out of the game, as far as I've seen anyway.
I read.
Buckeyes going to burn a timeout.
Not a bad timeout.
Yeah, want to see what they line up in. What are people talking about?
Because it creates a center of gravity in the middle of their helmet, so it fits right.
I do not need glasses.
Who said? They said you need glasses?
I still think it's a fumble.
What's wrong with your?
I still think
what's wrong with your eyesight?
I still think it's a fumble. Like if you trust Bill Lamonier to come in and say anything right, there's some beachfront property I got to sell you in Kansas.
I think he just happened to get that one right.
Let's go to Adam. He says both these teams are trash so far.
Notre Dame money line. Yeah,
okay,
boy.
Nick's still trying to get Alabama in the playoffs.
Yeah. Somewhere
Alabama could beat these guys.
Somewhere Lane Kiffin's yelling at the TV right now.
It's like disgusting.
All right, man. If you're Texas, you need points here. You need points. 2nd and 10, 34 seconds left. Ball at the 18-yard line. They're on the left hash. Shotgun. Buckeye, look. Hey, Caleb Downs coming down. He's going to back out of it. No pressure here. Touchdown. Rail route into the boundary. Rail route from the running back, Blue. Great design. We've seen him call it all season long. Was it zone, though? Interesting to see them convert on that against zone coverage. I want to see this again. Yeah, that's Jaden Blue. 18-yard touchdown reception there. Texas is on the board.
That's a beautiful ball, too.
All right, let's watch this again. I want to see if this is a switch release or maybe it was post wheel. Lefty kicker, second lefty kicker in 2 days, right?
Yeah.
I thought
Where was Auburn? Wasn't Auburn the kicker?
Yes.
Did they pull Auburn?
I don't know. He was kicking off.
Auburn, always something going on with Auburn.
Yeah,
man.
trust me, I
You
get
can
it.
never trust them.
Yeah.
All right, I want to see this. He came from the backfield. Look at this right here. Look at his split. Look how wide his split is. You know something's coming. Most likely not going to be involved in the pass game, not going to be a running play. Let's see what Wingo does here at the wide receiver position. Tight split. I bet he has an inside release here. Inside release, running back. There it is. It's beautiful. He has to inside release there. Boom. It was man, wasn't it? Well, it was. No, it may have been zone, but just no one to pick him up there. Yeah, great play call, great ball, great route. Again, those splits tell you everything pre-snap there. I wish we could watch the football game 100% of the time from the sky cam. Great throw from
That's
Quinn
the cool
Ewers.
thing
Again,
about it, you can.
what? We can on here? Can we do it?
Skycast.
Oh, we'll turn it on.
I don't got the
I'm not.
remote.
Oh, now they're doing
I'm
the
just saying,
remember.
that's a real
Now
thing.
they got the remember the Titan celebration out. Hammer Texas money line on the live bet. Let's see what the live bet's gone to now. All right, so here's the live bet right now. Texas plus 3.5 is minus 120. Money line plus 145. The points down to 38.5.
Yeah. Bet the over.
You still like the over at 38.5
yeah.
now?
What was it, 10-3 at halftime in the last game?
Yep. Good point. Good point. Why is that? Oh, yeah, to hate blue? Yeah. Bob said even more reason for Buckeyes fans to hate the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got guys named Blue and guys named Auburn in this game.
Yeah, I know, right?
2 timeouts for the Buckeyes, 29 seconds. How aggressive would you be here?
A lot of it depends on your first down play.
Texas going to bail.
Throw it, look out.
Texas going to bail. Screen set up for Travion Henderson.
Oh, he's got the big
There's a
boy.
big gainer. Oh, there he goes. Wow.
That's why you hang with the over. Relax. Relax.
Don't panic, right?
Relax.
75-yard screen route.
Walk into halftime with 21, doable.
Man, they can score from anywhere at any time.
Wow.
Again, Jeremiah Smith almost not involved at all so far, and they're able to create plays like that.
Hey, you still got 13 seconds left if you're Texas.
Hey, let's get our own let's get our own screen working here.
That's right. 13 seconds, 2 timeouts.
Wow. Man, what a play. Yeah.
Oh,
I think he got it. Yeah, good. Just squeaked in there. All right, 14-7. Now we got some fireworks going here.
see? Look how much fun we're having.
Yeah,
Look how
we're
much
having
we're
fun. We're having
How
fun.
much fun we're having now.
All right, here we go. Screen. Texas was getting pressure.
Well, great camera work.
Look at this. Look at the big boys getting out front.
Good God.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Who is
Ting,
four?
ting, ting, ting.
Who is four?
Yeah.
Put your mouthpiece in. I get so tired of watching this. Take it off your helmet or put it in. All right, so 13 seconds. How aggressive are you going to be if you're Texas?
I'm going to come out and run a screen.
Depends on your first play.
Look, I'm going to come out and run a screen.
Oh. See, this is the thing. Matthew Golden can't decide if he wants to transfer to Ohio State at halftime or if he wants to stay with Texas. Yeah, 20. How many 20-yard plays did that say?
I missed it.
What did that say? 16 of them? Something like that? Buckeyes going to burn another timeout here before the kickoff.
Ryan's getting pretty cute with it. I like it. Hey, everybody look at David's cool lighter.
Hey, got that for Christmas. David Elkins, I copied your lighter here. It's my Christmas present. The quad torch. All right, now we got a little bit of fireworks, y'all, right here before halftime.
I wonder what the over-under is at now, 45?
You want me to check it? 45 and a half. Look at that. Have you ever bet before?
I think I do this for a living.
Have you ever bet before? All right, y'all. Again, 13 seconds left before halftime. Buckeyes just scored up 14-7. They're going to kick the ball away to Texas. Again, Texas only spark came when they got Arch Manning in the game on the ground. Big first down led to their first points of the game. Maybe we just let him run a Q power here.
Look, I'm just not kicking into that kid with the dread.
Bolden.
Oh, yeah, run it back.
Sky kick. Smart.
All right, fair catch here by Gunnar Helm.
Why would you fair catch that?
13 seconds. I don't know. I think Steve
halftime.
Sarkisian just might want to take this one to halftime. I mean, look, maybe you do run a little screen of your own or something just to see what you get started, but they do have 2 timeouts. I'm not 5 in a hitch in here to push the football down the field. Buckeyes probably going to rush 3. Yeah, handoff here to Wisner. Now they get timeout, 7 seconds. All right, so Texas, what was that, a gain of 14, 15, something like that? 7 seconds left. They're going to burn a timeout. So now maybe you call in sail to the boundary.
You want to do something to the boundary.
Sail, right? Maybe sail, 10, 15 yard out to the boundary. See if you can get out of bounds.
Did the Auburn kid get hurt?
Is Auburn hurt for Texas, the kicker, or did he get pulled? I mean, after that pep talk that Steve Sarkisian gave him against Arizona State, then he missed that field goal. Maybe he's like, look, I can't trust you anymore.
He might be dead.
I don't know anything about that.
Are you sure, David? The FBI's been looking for
It
you.
wasn't me. Whatever date it happened on, I had something going on that day. 7 seconds. Still can't be careless here. 1 timeout for Texas. 2 high safeties. Like we said, to the boundary, and you had it. Oh, flag. Hold on.
Why not? 2 seconds left. You're cooked.
We want the penalty and the time back on the clock.
Yeah.
Holding on the defense. Yeah, that's holding. All right, so this is going to put the football.
You got to throw it deep.
2 seconds left. Man, just no rhythm to this game whatsoever, is there?
Clunky, isn't it?
Choppy, just choppy, man. It's like when you're at the blackjack table and you hit a hand here, you lose 3 in a row, then you hit 1, and just choppy, man.
It felt like there should be more time on the clock than 2 seconds.
I thought in that scenario, didn't we see this with Oregon and the Buckeyes when Dan Lanning ran 12 guys out there?
Yeah.
There's Auburn right there. He is alive. He's alive.
All right, David's clear.
Yeah, I'm clear. Get me off whatever list you put me on. I thought you could get the penalty and the time, or do you have to choose?
Well, no, I'm saying I think the clock ran 2 seconds off, even after the play. You don't get the time back.
All right, 2 seconds left. They're at
It's going to
midfield.
be underneath.
Did you ever have an arm to get it down there? Stupid.
All right,
Guess so.
Hail Mary here. That's going to be
Oh,
knocked down. We're going to halftime.
man.
14-7 Buckeyes at halftime. Just get in there and regroup. All right, halftime adjustments. Start with the Buckeyes. Halftime adjustments.
Penalties.
It's been drive killers.
Penalties are killing your
drive
drives.
killers.
Right? We got to find a way to get Jeremiah Smith involved.
You got to like Texas's game plan for him right now.
For sure. Look, you held Ohio State to 14 points and basically 1 touchdown off a huge play.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
defense is playing good enough.
Let me put my earpiece in. Ryan Day's talking right now. And that's real Ryan Day. That's not AI Ryan Day.
Steve looks pissed.
Here's Steve Sarkisian talking now. Yeah, I mean, look, for Texas, like here's the thing for Texas on defense. You've been doing a great job against Jeremiah Smith, bracket coveraging. Sometimes it's one-on-one, but he hasn't been able to take advantage of that. And then in the run game, like Texas has been able to stand up firm in the front 7 against the Buckeyes run game. The penalties obviously have helped in that because you're in 2nd and 20 and you're in 3rd and 17 and things like that. But still, I think Texas is playing well enough up front. It's a 75-yard screen route right there. That you
I mean, we
gave
talk
up.
about Ohio State. Ohio State hasn't been fantastic in the run game this year. If there's anything, the weakness of their offense has been in the run game. So if you make them one-dimensional, that's fine. But still, usually when you make one-dimensional, their one dimension's pretty good.
Yeah.
With Jeremiah Smith and Tate and Mbuka and these guys. I'm surprised we haven't seen Will Howard run the football.
Yeah, which that was something we talked about all preseason when he transferred in. Man, we're going to see a lot of quarterback design run. We really haven't seen that a lot throughout the season, mostly because we haven't had to see it. I'm looking at the box score right now. Texas, 44 yards rushing. So it's not like they've been completely unable to run the football. Again, it helps set up things like the running back rail route, down there in the red zone from out of the backfield for a touchdown. Texas is not going to abandon the run. Do you think they'll have more success, less success, or about the same amount of success on the ground in the second half?
I think they'll have less success, to be honest, because who gets the ball coming out of half? Ohio State gets the ball coming out of half. You get down 14-plus points in this game. Whatever team starts chasing first, that's when the run game's going to diminish.
That's a good point. So to talk to people about that a little bit, chasing the points early. I do agree with you. If Matthew Golden, Texas best wide receiver, is not going to play, it allows the Buckeyes to be a little bit more aggressive in helping from the safety position, especially with Caleb Downs to help run fit in the run game.
Right now, the two guys that scare you on Texas's offense are obviously Wingo and Helm. With one of their main pieces being out. When I talk about chasing, you only get a limited amount of possessions during a football game, and there's a clock to add on to that. So if you get down 14 plus, maybe 17 points, you have to get those points back in a hurry. And I understand turn around, running the ball, getting 3 or 4 yards to keep a defense honest. But sooner or later, you got to throw honesty out the window and go score points. So if you chase against these guys, and look, you have to give all the kudos to Texas's defense right now. You held this high-powered offense, who's been rolling everybody in the playoffs, to 14 points off one big play with 29 seconds left to go in the half. So the defense will keep Texas in this football game, but is Quinn Ewers good enough? Is he good enough to overcome not having a run game to throw Texas to him?
Mm-hmm. Again, if you're just joining us, we're Crane and Company. I'm David Cohn. This is Blaine Crane. Our boy Jake is in the hospital with his wife, but it's all good stuff. They just had their brand new baby girl, baby Viola. She's an absolute angel. If you never joined us for a live stream and a simulcast before, set your stream to where we are in the game. It's halftime right now. We'll keep you posted every drive of where we are. Get your comments in. We're live right now on YouTube. We're live on X. We're live at Daily Wire Plus. Get your comments in. Blaine's reading from every single chat. He's doing the best he can to manage all of them. We're going to give you commentary all game.
So a $5 donation from Effective Diesel. It says, Bert Auburn looks like a Carrot Top and Spencer Rattler had a kid. He's on to something. $2 donation from Devin. Appreciate it. Cohen was right. Henderson redeemed himself pretty quickly.
Yeah, and look, Travion Henderson has played too much football. He's too much of a leader on this. Imagine you bring Quinshon Junkins in, one of the best running backs in the country last year for Ole Miss, and you still have Travion Henderson there, who's been with the Buckeyes all these years, gets that just idiotic personal foul at the beginning of the game by punching someone. He's way too experienced not to make up for that. I didn't know it'd come on a 75-yard screen route, but here we are.
All right, let's go to RTG. What's up, man? If you're Ohio State, what adjustments are you coming out with in the second half?
If I'm the Buckeyes, well, we just talked about it. Things are looking pretty good for you on defense. I'd expect them to be even a little bit more aggressive with Caleb Downs coming up to the line of scrimmage. If Golden, not Bolden, if Golden is not going to return to the game for Texas, again, I don't have my earpiece in to hear the audio for most of the game, so I'm not sure what they've said about him. Buckeyes on offense, though, I mean, you already just talked about it. Try and get Jeremiah Smith the football. If they're going to bracket him, get him the football on these slide routes like we saw him score against Oregon on. You know, there's other ways to get him the football. But apart from that, it's the penalties.
Yeah, I mean, look, we see this in the NFL all the time. Like, your best receiver is going to get bracketed. Chip Kelly has to do a good job of moving him and getting him winning situations, and I don't think he's done a great job right now. I mean, you go look at that one pass he should have caught somewhat earlier, Jeremiah Smith, that went through his hands. He was somewhat covered, but you have to find a way to get your best player in the football, whether that's motions, early, quick passes, medium passes, deep passes. If there's a will, there's a way. And I talked about this before the game started, the identity of Ohio State. You can't get away from that. It seemed like they somewhat got away from that in the first half.
All right, let's talk about something that we've been talking about all season long, which is how much Texas is going to use Arch Manning. We never know. It's always different. Obviously, they haven't used him a ton in the college football playoff. They bring him in there on a crucial down, 4th and 1. You bring him in. He gets the, this trick play through Gunnar Helm's legs. He's running quarterback power out wide, gets a 5-yard, 6-yard gain, huge first down. Similar play we saw him score on against Texas A&M in that game that was actually a touchdown. Can we just get him a couple touches just to keep the Buckeyes honest from a quarterback run perspective?
Yeah, I just don't like the only reason you bring him in, it has to be something trickery.
I know.
Right?
I don't either.
Yeah,
I don't either.
You need to, like, look, I'm sure, and I'm not saying you have to be super exotic when you bring him in, whether it's an RPO or whatever, but you have to do something against the Ohio State defense to keep them, at least make it a threat from a quarterback run standpoint.
I'm not saying it needs to look like the Florida from 2006 template, I'm not saying it has to be like Tim Tebow where he's just a battering ram. Like he's not that type of player necessarily. But, I mean, Quinn Ewers, a lot like Chris Leak, right? And the way they've used Arch Manning does remind me sort of like Tebow in the short yardage. But the thing that Florida was able to do with Tim Tebow is get those short yardage pickups on the ground to set you up for what? Like the pop passes we used to see at the goal line. When are we going to see that? What in the second half, are we going to see a crucial short yardage situation, another 4th and 1, maybe a 3rd and 1, you bring Arch Manning in, heavy personnel group, everyone's thinking run, and we get some sort of play action where he can hit something over the top, ends up being like a 30, 40-yard touchdown, but it was a play action.
It's a Flip Michigan Mega Bowl. You can't hold anything
You can't
back.
hold anything
Like,
back.
You have to keep everything on the field in this football game. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some trickery in the second half. And a lot of it's going to depend on what Ohio State does on offense.
And again, I don't really consider that trickery. Steve Sarkisian is so great at setting you up for something that he's shown you throughout the year and then building off of that in his game plan. So I don't consider Arch Manning throwing the football either off of a play action or he's coming downhill on a quarterback run but throws a pop pass over the top. That's not trickery so much to me as you're just building something off. The kid can throw the football.
Yeah,
right?
it depends on how much you're going to play him.
Yeah, no doubt. What else we got?
Let's go to Slaggle. It's not looking like a good day for the Longhorns. Maybe they should let Manning quarterback the second half. I'm all for it. I don't think you can put the kid in the entire second.
No, you won't see that. But there are opportunities that aren't being taken advantage of. That's for sure.
All right, let's go to AP77. What's up? He says, look, if you're Texas, you played a bad first half and you're only down by 7 points. You couldn't ask to be in a better position. Now go get your ass out there and get this win.
We saw it last night, right? Penn State was up 10-0. Notre Dame can't do anything with Riley Leonard on the football field. And Jelly, the backup, comes in. They get 3 points. They're down to 7. They end up winning that football game. Maybe we'll see something similar tonight.
Let's go to Ed. Sarkisian's big brain gets us in trouble because he becomes a coordinator when he needs to be a head coach.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. It's just he's a heck of a play caller. He's the head coach for a reason. I'm not loving some of the stuff that's being called right now. But again, I wouldn't just turn on Steve Sarkisian. He's one of the reasons that got you here. And again, this Texas back-to-back college football playoffs, right? This is the territory you want to be in. This is the standard that has been set. It's kind of tough to see some of your best playmakers go out of the football game there. But let's see what happens in the second half.
What up, fellas?
Why wouldn't Texas play prevent at the end of the first half?
Well, he's talking about on the screen?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so to me, it looked like it was about to be rush 3, drop A, which would be prevent. You're bailing out. They did end up bringing one guy who had gotten picked up. I was like, oh, they are bringing late pressure. But again, it doesn't really count as pressure if that's your 4th, right?
Yeah.
He was just a delayed 4th. So they had enough guys back. It's not like it was 11 up dog blitz and they're bringing the house and they caught you on the screen. That's not what it was. It was a missed tackle from the secondary.
Yeah.
Number 4 came screaming down and you missed, and those big offensive linemen got out and blocked well.
Yeah. Let's get a $5 donation from Jim. Appreciate it, Jim. The question at this point is who's going to be the team to force that critical turnover in the second half?
Yeah.
I feel like it's only a matter of time before it happens.
Yeah, and Texas put the football on the ground multiple times. They were able to get away with it a little bit. Again, where do we see one of those things you were talking about, one of those tip ball interceptions?
Yeah. All right, let's go to Alex Andre. He says, Quinn Ewers is playing like Dak Prescott. You better figure it out if Texas is going to get a win.
Not regular season Dak, right? Like playoff Dak.
Yeah.
I've seen regular season Dak do pretty good.
Is Jake trying to get in here?
Yeah, I am, man. Y'all took y'all's earpieces
I
out.
can't hear him.
Yeah, put your earpiece in.
Oh yeah, we're not going to be able to hear him.
All right, well, hey, if everybody else can hear me, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I think so far.
We're not going to be able to hear him, I don't think.
Yeah, I think everybody
Unless
else
it's on
can
the
hear me.
screen.
Tell Blaine in the chat if you can hear me right now.
Can you turn on the YouTube audio and turn off the YouTube TV audio?
I can try.
All right, hey.
I can see him, though.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do.
I can see you, but I can't hear you.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Okay, well, apparently everybody else can hear Jay.
Okay, they can hear him. Okay,
Hey, look at this. Look at these beautiful.
We can't hear you. If you can hear us.
Look at baby Viola.
Look at these beautiful people
What's
right
up,
here.
Beauty?
Look
at her.
Wow. Hey, Reed. Look at
Yeah.
that. What a blessing.
All right.
Jake,
hey,
we can't hear you. We can't hear you, but give the people your first half thoughts.
Well, I mean, look, first off, that was an absolute gut punch to Texas on defense at the end of the half. You know, we talk about Ohio State's offense, how explosive they were in the game plan. That Pete's running out there is the only one you can run against these guys. You know, you got to protect yourself deep against Jeremiah Smith. They're bracketing them. But when you look at what Texas is doing up front, they're not overloading the box and they can stop the run outside of that first drive. So I love the game plan. You know, Will Howard at the end with that screen pass. Look, if you're going to bring pressure, and you're going to overlay it behind it, you can't be too far behind it that it creates that void and allows those offensive linemen to get out in front and take care of those guys that are behind you. You either bring the pressure with some middle layer behind it, or you play layers, bring in 3, layer in the middle, and a layer deep. But it goes back to what I said about Quinn Ewers. His lack of ability to create at the end of the day puts Texas in a situation offensively where they almost have to be perfect. That drive they scored, the offensive line held up. I actually think Texas's offensive line from a pass pro standpoint is doing a pretty daggum good job. So at the end of the day, you gave up that touchdown at the end of the half. That one's going to hurt, but you stopped Ohio State's run. You're showing you can stop Ohio State until they bring pressure. And if they bring pressure, Quinn's got to be able to make the plays down the field, get the ball to guys in space, which he's done a pretty decent job of. So I love the defensive game plan from Texas. It's the only one you can run. But at the end of the day, giving those 2 to 3 plays that this game's going to come down to, that one before halftime, then Ohio State gets the ball, you're putting yourself in a bad situation. But y'all guys are doing a great job. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back for the next live stream. Be back on Monday as well. But I tell you what, God is amazing. And anybody that tells you out there that men are tougher than women, they're 100% wrong. And that got proven to me full stop today when I saw what my wife was able to do. So love you guys. Keep doing a great job. Hit that like and subscribe button, like I said. And we're happy and healthy over here and just very, very blessed because of you guys and the good Lord above. So enjoy the second half. Ohio State's going to win by 10. I'm out.
Oh man! All right, that was awesome. Again, Jake Crane joining us there from the hospital. He and his wife Reed just had their newborn baby Viola. We couldn't hear his audio on our earpiece. We have a different setup than yesterday because there's a snowstorm here in Nashville. But everyone here braved the weather, and we're at Mission Cigar. Jake, thanks for joining us. Were you able to hear a little bit of what he was saying there with the game plans? A lot of what we talked about.
Okay.
Again, on the screen pass, yeah, it's like a delayed pressure. But again, I think it was the 4th they were still bringing. What you're thinking of if you're Texas there is like, okay, they caught us in a screen and maybe you give up a 15-yard play or a 20 or 25-yard play, and you don't want to do that, but that's manageable. You don't think you're going to give up a 75-yard play because at some point someone will make a tackle downfield, and that's just not what happened. But again, look, Texas isn't going to lose this game because they gave up one huge explosive play to the Buckeyes, right? Like if you're like, hey, we gave up 175-yard to the 175-yard play to them when they've been doing it every quarter, every drive against their other competition. You can overcome that. The offense just has to get things going. I do agree with what Jake was saying with Texas on defense. They've been able to sort of stop the run without having to dedicate more resources to the box.
Yeah, I know. And the most interesting thing I'm going to look at, obviously, coming out, what adjustments are both these offenses going to make? Right? If you're Ohio State, you need to make adjustments. If you're Texas, you need to make adjustments. Sooner or later, somebody's going to have to make a big play, and then that starts maybe with play calling. Who runs the first trick play? Mm-hmm. Who takes the biggest chance early to get momentum on your side? Because if I'm Texas, there's no way I think I can just line up and beat Ohio State.
One more thing that Jake was talking about is how Texas is at a disadvantage because Quinn Ewers can't create with his legs. Again, I've seen Quinn Ewers have big touchdown runs. I saw him put his head down right there on a scramble and pick up 10 and put his head down and really man up on the ground. No, he's not the fastest guy. I don't think any of these quarterbacks that are in the college football playoff are the fastest guy, but Texas doesn't set up Quinn Ewers to be able to run. Again, if you're rolling him out more and get him going downhill to be able to get the football out or keep it and continue running, or give him a zone read. Again, you don't have to run 4-3 like Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick to be effective in the run game from a quarterback standpoint. in that RPO game. He
Yeah.
can keep it on a zone read for 5 yards and slide.
But like the biggest thing with me is like, look, you don't have to run. Like you don't even have to run, but you have to have good pocket presence.
Yeah.
Quinn Ewers has bad feel in the pocket.
Yeah, that's true.
And you
Yeah.
saw that early, especially in the first half when he walked himself into 2 sacks.
You're
if you
exactly
can't
right.
run, Drew Aller's not a fast runner.
You're
He's
exactly
not a
right.
true dual threat quarterback, but he has good feel in the pocket for someone at least better than Quinn Ewers. You can't be not a good runner and have bad feel. People want to talk about, well, Tom Brady this, Tom Brady. Tom Brady had elite feel.
Yeah, I'll give you another example. My favorite player growing up was Dan Marino. Dan Marino, about as slow as it could get, knee injuries, braces up, unbelievable in the pocket.
Right.
The way he moved the pocket, can push the pocket. And, it's just, we're not seeing that right now from Quinn Ewers.
And we're going to have to see that in the second half if he wants to make a difference.
Trying to think what else Jake was saying. Mostly it was just exciting to see Reed and the baby doing
Yeah.
well. Again, we're here at Mission Cigar and Social in Spring Hill, Tennessee. We're smoking Mayflower cigars, Michael Knowles' brand. Mission is the exclusive retailer of Mayflower cigars in the state of Tennessee. You can get them here. We love these guys. Big shout out to Mark and Monty Collins for having us. Look, we feel like sometimes we're in the way, and they dedicate a space for us to be able to bring you these live games with an interactive feel to it. But everybody here loves football. We're happy to be here. We got how many inches of snow today, was it? Like, 8 inches of snow or something like that? Everyone's still in here having a great time. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. We're live on YouTube. We're live on X. We're live on Daily Wire Plus. You can be watching us on any of those platforms. Get your chats in. I want to hear what you think about the game. Get your best bets in for the second half. Jake also did say he's got Buckeyes by 10 to win this game.
Buckeyes by 10.
Buckeyes
Is that a
by
bet
10.
or just a prediction?
He said it ain't no guess. That's what it's going to be. Vicky
Wow, I love it.
Valancourt
Look, I have the
style.
Buckeyes minus 5.5. I'd love it if they win by 10. I just have a sneaky suspicion we're going to see a lot more points in the second half.
You think so, like yesterday's game?
A lot more points in this second.
Which you had the first, you had it in a parlay, but you still called the first half under and you had the full game over. I hit the first half under yesterday. I'm still relying on this 51.5 that we're bet buds on.
Look, it might need overtime, which I don't hope for.
I've only missed one bet so far, but that's the only one that was risked there on Texas scoring first. Again, I got a same game parlay with Texas plus 10.5 plus the over 45.5 points. Largest lead under 16.5 for either team is still in play. Texas money line, we'll see. I'm not feeling great about it.
Let's go to Jim Jangles. Why
Jim
doesn't
Jangles.
anyone ever talk about other teams going independent to reap the benefits and rewards?
Well, like I said, the proprietors of this here operation are Notre Dame fans, and they just texted me something that said Catholics versus conferences.
Yeah, literally.
Which, look, if you're not just anyone can do it, right? There are other independent football teams that we don't talk about that much. Jim Moore at UConn was going off about that this year, earlier in the season. Notre Dame, just, as blue blood as it gets. Yeah, sometimes it's frustrating. We want them to join a conference, but they're at a disadvantage in this format because they can't get a first-round bye, and now they've made it to the national championship. Again, I don't know, the way college football is changing, I don't know if we're going to have conferences in a few years. We may just have two mega leagues, and it looks like the NFC and the AFC, or it's ESPN versus Fox. I don't know. The game is changing every single day, but that's why you watch Crane and Company.
Daily Wire should start a conference.
The Daily Wire conference.
The Daily Wire conference.
You tell me
The
something.
DWC.
Jeremy Boring's already on it, I heard.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Again, if you're just joining the stream, we have a daily sports show right here at the Daily Wire in Nashville, Tennessee, live for 90 minutes every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. We take your live calls on the Hot Take Hotline. Yep. We got a live chat every single day. None of this pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah, I'm forced to talk to y'all.
Yeah.
I'm forced to talk to y'all, and I have to hear your comments and your thoughts,
They pay you money.
which
right?
haunts me at night. Yeah, David, they do. All right.
Wait, you get paid?
Let's go to Paul C. Blanco with some hard-hitting stuff right here. Hard-hitting. I hope you're ready for it.
Did he say that, or you're just?
I'm saying.
Okay, what he
said
said.
one thing is for sure. This game's going to come down to, and mark my words, to whoever has the most points.
Well, that is true. Yeah.
Spot
What do y'all
on,
think about
Paul.
that? Most points wins tonight.
Spot
probably?
on, Paul.
I don't
Most
know,
points
man.
wins tonight.
I don't know.
What's the live bet on overtime right now? It was plus 1,100 at the beginning of the game. Are you seeing a bet for overtime?
Yeah.
What is it?
Plus 920.
Okay, so it came down. Yeah, makes sense.
All right, here we go.
Second half going to start now.
Gas me up, Scotty.
44 rush yards, only 36 for the Buckeyes. Again, I said they need to rush for over 100 and not allow over 100, even though they're built different. Penalties, 5 for 50 yards for the Buckeyes, 1 sack for Texas, 3 for OSU.
Yep.
Third quarter going to start any moment now. Set your stream to where we are. If you're on cable, you might be a little ahead, a little behind, but we appreciate you being in here with us. All right, here we go.
Surprise onside.
You can still do that in college.
Surprise
Can't do that
onside.
in the NFL anymore.
Look at that 10 yards right down the middle. Staring at you.
This is like a Sean Payton in the Super Bowl
Well,
situation.
Pat McAfee moment here.
Well, they didn't listen to you. All right, kickoff right now.
Yeah, fair catch.
Fair catch.
Soft.
Is that Caleb Downs? Was that Downs or no? Was that
If it's Caleb, I take it back.
yeah.
Why did y'all bring a safety?
Again, you got to make that tackle though. I'm sorry. Like you had it bottled up for a 15-yard gain. Can't give up 75 on that. But like I said, other than that, Texas defense playing their tails off. You can't ask the defense to stop this offense every single drive.
No,
Texas is going to have to put up points. All right, third quarter
10 personnel.
starting right.
11. We're in 11.
That's a tight end he motioned right there. Snap now, play action. Will Howard rolling. He's coming out throwing. They get the ball to Mbuka right away. That's a 13-yard pickup. Picking up right where they started the game.
All right, guys, we're at 14 minutes, 46 seconds.
Mbuka coming across
Straight
the formation.
across.
Again, zone coverage. Look at him. So good. So good at finding the soft spot in zone coverage, which Texas has been pretty committed to playing tonight. All right, let's see. Jeremiah Smith split out wide. Let's see if that safety helps. Yeah, light box. They're going to run it. Travion Henderson, 7-yard pickup. All right, this is how they started the game, right?
Yep.
On schedule.
Incredible, man. Chip, we can't get a play in.
Again, I'm a little surprised to see a lack of tempo from both of these teams. Really, no sense of urgency. They're just, they just want to do their thing. Jeremiah Smith up to the boundary now. We got a heavy formation here out of the shotgun. That's another 7. Yeah. They just.
They're a light box.
Yeah. No, I get it, man. Look.
You're a light box with 11 personnel. When's that play action going to him, man? I'm telling you.
That's one of the things about the Buckeyes is, you think about them just being this, deep shot downfield type team, all-star wide receivers. Both of those backs are NFL backs. Like, to think they can't run the football on you is crazy. But they just mix it up so well, too. Under center here for Will Howard. Heavy personnel, looks like 12 to me. Play action, deep play action. Pick, there it is.
Oh.
There it is. We said which quarterback's going to throw it to the other team first.
Right.
There's an interception right there off of play action. Let's take a look at this again. Again, I don't mind the strategy here. You've had 2 huge successful runs there, lining up under center, 12 personnel. Texas thinking run. They bring someone down in the box, play action, and just bail. Like, who was the wide receiver up there, Blaine? Oh, that's Jeremiah Smith. See, keep this coming.
That's on Will.
Yeah. It's a deep hook. Just a punt, right?
It's a bad punt.
Yeah.
That's just a crappy punt. I love you guys. I wish I could have played for you guys. All right, here we go. Texas now. All right, there we go. First big mistake right there for Will Howard. We saw him get away with a couple in the first half. Said he's not going to get away with it doing that every single time. Interception there. Big play already for Texas. That's a first down. Was that a pickup of 12?
Yep.
Pick up a 12 right there on a swing route. Again, I like this strategy. Let Quinn get the football out of his hands quick. I don't need to see big 5 and hitches back there. There we go again. Running back draw. That one really goes nowhere. Maybe a pickup of 1. Okay, TJ Tuimoloau back in the football game. Huge for the Buckeyes there to get him back. Did you hear him say anything about Golden? Did you hear him say anything about Golden for Texas?
No, I haven't heard anything. And trust me, we would have heard something if he's back in the game.
He'd probably already have a catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, TJ spatted up there. Gunnar Helm to his side. I wouldn't be surprised to see Gunnar Helm chipping on him a lot. Oh, there he is, already involved. That's what it means to have him back in the football game. That's what it means. And now you're Texas, you're in 3rd and long. You don't want to be in 3rd and long against these guys.
I hate that play call.
I do too, because you're pulling to take care of him. And who'd they pull? They pull the guard. Pull the guard. Let's see what Laura Rutledge is saying. All right, she was just talking about Golden. Check down here for Texas.
Throw a check down, Quinn.
Yeah, again, that's just not.
Throw a check down, Quinn.
Texas drive stalls already going to be 4th down. Laura Rutledge was talking about Matthew Golden. Sounded like he came out and was jumping and running around a little bit on the sidelines, but the trainers were asking him if he could go, and he was shaking his head. I assume shaking his head no. Yeah. I couldn't really get what she was saying. Again, 2-star players injured in the first half. Buckeyes got theirs back. He's already making his presence known. Texas wide receiver still out. All right, there's Simon down. He had a huge game against Oregon.
Huge interception.
Huge game, but he was all over the field. He was buzzing down a lot too, just like Caleb Downs was. This would be a big loss in the secondary for the Buckeyes. Well, he leads the team in tackles per game. First team all Big Ten. Yeah, you don't like to see that, man. Some real star players here going down early. All right, clock stopped right here at 10:48 while they look at this injury. It's 4th and 6 for Texas, about at midfield. Man, you sure like to go get points after that interception.
I mean, you're just wasting opportunities. You come out and you run it on 2nd and 9, and you throw a check down on 3rd and 9. You know, you're playing not to lose the game. You're not going to win the game by doing that.
All right, clock starts here. Texas going to punt. See if they can get a good punt out of this. Looks good. Fair catch. No interference. They're going to get the football at the 13-yard line, it looks like. All right, well, there we saw a drive for each team.
Yep.
Will Howard, interception off the play action there. Texas first down on their first play on the swing route, getting the football out of Quinn Ewer's hands quick. Nothing going there with TJT back in the football game. What's the chat saying?
Let's go to Jim. He said, I'm 100% Irish fan, but neither of these guys look unbeatable, but I'm definitely biased.
Not unbeatable if you're an Irish fan, right there, Monty? We got some more pizza back there? You little meat lover? I'll take a slice. Yeah. Thank you, man. You want a slice of meat lovers?
Would love one. Pepperoni's fun.
Thank you, Monty. Appreciate it, man. I'm good. Thank you, man.
I can Coke. If there's a Coke up there, that'd be fantastic.
You like those Mayflowers? Michael Knowles, you hear that? Buckeyes fans at least like your Mayflower cigars. Love to hear it. Thank you for that feedback.
Fam, he says, I announced my high school football games to the school broadcast. What tips do you guys have?
He announces the football games? Well, watch our simulcast. Hopefully we help out a little bit, right? That's a cool gig.
Get the downs right.
That's a cool gig.
Yeah, for sure, man. Get the downs right, get the distance right. Do the simple things well.
Yeah.
Christine Warrior Black Jeremy should run the conference. I agree.
Let's get some more of these Mayflower cigars handed out. You guys want some Mayflowers? You want Mayflower? Here. There you go. There's a little dusk. We got dusk and dawn. Oh, here. Thank you. I'll take that. Yeah. Oh, you want Mayflower? Oh, here you go. I was looking for you.
Thank you, sir.
There you go, sir.
Thank you.
Monty, thank you, sir.
And Coke's coming.
Awesome, brother.
Again, man, we're here at Mission Cigar and Social with the Mayflower line, Meat Lovers Pizza. You can't really beat this, Blaine.
No, man, I said it on the tweet. New member of the Crane family came today. College football playoff games on today. And we're live streaming from Missions. I mean, appreciate it. Smoking Mayflowers and eating pizza.
So this is your second niece, right?
Yeah. My second niece. Another for the horse.
Congratulations, man.
Another for the – I'm so sick of commercial breaks.
They're too long in college.
I'm so sick of watching a drive and go to commercial break, watching a drive and go to commercial break. Right. There's even ads in red zone now. The world's falling apart.
Don't talk to me about
The
that.
world's falling apart, Dave. Right in front of us, right in front of our eyes, and we're letting it happen.
All right, here we go. Second drive of the second half for the Buckeyes. 1st and 10 from their own 12.
11 personnel, too high for Texas right now, safety-wise.
They've been in that all fucking games.
Speed sweep to Mbuka on the orbit motion.
I mean,
Yeah, look, Texas holding up front.
block somebody.
Texas holding up front. I mean, they're giving you everything they have, man.
Just me or Texas been playing 2 deep zone every play.
Yeah, now they're spinning down. Oh, but now they get back out to 2 high safeties. All right, so that was an interesting way. That's going to be short. That's going to bring up 3rd and short. That was an interesting way to do it, though. Did you see Texas spin their safety down, but then cat back out so that it's still too high?
You're replacing, right?
Again, thinking of ways to still bracket for Jeremiah Smith, but without giving up what they did in the first half, which are those easy OTB routes, right there over the ball for easy pitch and catch. Now, this is going to bring up 3rd and 1. Look, man, I'm just getting downhill on this. I'm not trying anything fancy. Get downhill. Let Will Howard get downhill. Let Quinshon Junkins block for him the way he's been blocking for God's sake. Toss sweep. Look, I don't like that call. I don't like that call. I hate that play call. Like I just said, get downhill, man. Between Junkins and Henderson and Will Howard himself, just run downhill. Toss sweep out wide, not going to work. There's no way you go for this. And this is a situation where they could have picked this up and it's still not the right play call. Look at the edge there for Texas. Setting the edge, run fit. Texas defense is giving you everything they have this game, man. What more do you want from them? They're going to punt this football, obviously. They're at the 22-yard line.
Special teams play.
Yeah. Punts away. All right, no return there for Bolden. Texas going to get pretty good field position here, though, at the 30. Looks like the 33-yard line.
What a terrible play call.
I don't like that, man.
Hey, it's 3rd and 1. Let's run a toss.
Not the way Texas's defensive line has been holding up.
One drive.
Again, is it so hard? I mean, I've seen Quinshon Junkins so far at the running back position put his head down and show you his will in the blocking game. Is it so hard to just line up and run Will Howard down through the B gap and let Quinshon Junkins block for you?
Well, it's not even like you could tell it was a bad play call because there's nowhere for Quinshon to go. There was nowhere for him to go. Like, I don't understand why teams just don't sneak the ball more or run fullback dives more on 3rd and 1.
The fullback dive, I'm feasting off that in NCAA. No one will run
3rd and 1?
No one will run it anymore.
You just get too cute, Chip. It's too cute, bud.
Coach Lewis, it's an OTB route.
Over the ball. Right there over the ball.
You call that our spot. Call that our spot route.
Our buddy back here, David Elkins, huge Tennessee fan. You think you like Tennessee football? Come into Mission and talk to this guy one day. What was Tennessee's record in 1936?
You mean 1939?
1939, didn't give up a touchdown all season. David Elkins, what is an OTB route? OTB, over the ball. Over the ball. It can be at 5 yards. It can be at 10. It can be at 12. Again, just getting guys. If Texas is going to play this much zone coverage, getting guys in that zone right there. I like it a lot of times with mesh. I like a spot route with mesh in front of it.
For sure, yeah.
More if you don't know if you're getting man or zone. But right now, Texas is just clearly living back in zone. Bless you, Monty. That's the thing is like these wide receivers and tight ends for the Buckeyes are experienced enough to know when they're getting zone coverage. I mean, you can talk about it from a wide receiver standpoint. You're just finding the soft spot in the zone so Will Howard can hit you.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about feel, right? We talk about feel with quarterbacks. We talk about feel with safeties. It's the same thing with receiver. It's feel and diagnosing what you're seeing, right? If it's zone, you find that sweet spot somewhere to sit down, or even you can keep it going in the zone too. You don't technically have to sit it down on your first sit. So, it's going to be interesting to see which offense is actually going to show up.
Now, here's what happens. If you call a route like that over the ball and because you think you're getting zone coverage, but they switch to man coverage, what are you doing there? Well, you see Travis Kelce do it for the Chiefs all the time. You just keep that going.
Keep it going.
Right? You hit your spot, all right, so the quarterback still knows where you are and the timing's not affected, but you're going to keep that going on an option route. Or honestly, listening to Patrick Mahomes when he's mic'd up, Travis Kelce more often than not is just doing his own thing. Like everything's an option route. Again, you can have that luxury when you're one of the greatest tight ends to ever play. But we'll keep an eye to see if Texas is still going to run zone coverage. Texas on offense here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Flag on the first play. Is this a false start?
Yep.
Somebody else
False
thought
start.
You guys were hungry.
Wow. Who sent that? Look at this. God, y'all are the best. Y'all want some of this? This is open season.
Oh man.
Cheesy bread, boys.
Cheesy bread.
Cheesy bread. Y'all get in there on that. Oh, another meat lovers. Get right there. Get on that. I will say I do love hot pizza more than cold, but that meat lovers is hard to beat over there. Yeah. Oh man. Now Quinn, they're playing a game of hey, who can throw it to the other team best, and they're both winning. Pistol formation. All right, that's see now. This is what starts to worry me if you're a Texas fan. That's an RPO. Quinn Ewers decides to pull that out. There's nothing that tells me that you should pull that football and throw it through the air. Like he's bailing. He hasn't committed to the run. Texas with another run there on 2nd and 15. Man, I want to know who sent this pizza. Thank y'all.
I'm served.
Third and 10 here for Texas. 7 minutes and 55 seconds left in the third.
Hello. Oh my God.
Oh!
Oh, when he gets the first down.
All right.
I swear that was an accident.
So when we talk about ability to create, that's not really what we have in
That
mind.
was an accident.
That's not really what we have in mind. But sometimes football players have to make plays, man. Look at this. Quinn Ewers, once again, pressure on him. Looks like a deer in headlights, but look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, that's out. That ball's out. That's a complete pass.
Go back.
Go. Line up. Tempo, 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 tempo.
Yeah. You're close to call. Little screen play there. Oh.
Man, they might overturn this. I mean, all right, so he doesn't have control of the football.
You can't overturn that.
He doesn't have control of the football when his knee touches, but his fingertips are still on the ball.
Yeah.
What constitutes the ball being gone?
Well, I think you just kept.
Great question, David.
Yeah.
This
That
is
ball's out. You can't overturn that.
All right, it stands. Look at that. Look at the expediency. The expediency on the review there. Maybe they're listening to us. They're listening to us. Very NFL-esque there.
That's right.
All right, so that play is going to stand. Again, Quinn Ewers just pulling that one out of nowhere. Yeah, Jack Sarr is a football player. Don't plant the flag on this field, though. All right, orbit motion here. They're going to fake the end around. Quinn Ewers, nice push in the pocket there. Swinging it out wide.
Oh,
What a tackle.
Again, hey, he's under duress, though. How many times can you just
There you go.
How many times can you just get lucky getting the football away when you're under duress? All right, Texas using a little two running back scheme of their own here.
I mean, you have the corner.
Didn't he have the corner out? Did he have the corner, or was that corner bailing already?
He had him. And you put it upfield.
Motion here for Texas, 2nd and 5. Getting
Got
the ball out quick. Again, I like this.
oh.
I like this if you're Texas.
Boys
It's
out
just
here
a
playing
2-yard
on
game.
tail downs,
But
playing
hey,
on defense.
third
boy.
and short, though. 3rd and short. You're at least giving yourself a chance. All right. Find Caleb Downs. 3rd and 3 here. Your playbook's open. They're going to motion Gunnar Helm in.
Wow, they ran it. Look at that.
You know,
Wow.
I'm a little surprised by that call.
White box.
I'm a little surprised by that, but it worked. You got away with it. Wisner, big pickup there. That's going to be 1st down for Texas. In split zone. That was split zone. They're going to run it again on 1st and 10, getting absolutely nothing. I wonder when Texas is going to call a
You're not
screen
beating
of
me
their
with
own.
another check down.
Yeah.
Quinn doesn't want to throw it down the field.
Again, that's where Golden being out really hurts you, man. Like, he's the guy. 4th and 13 against Arizona State. Your season on the line. Who do you find? You find the guy who's now on the sideline injured. Let's get Wingo going here. Let's get Wingo going. All right, there's another check down.
It's a block in the
Did they
back.
call? Are they going to call that?
Let them play.
No.
He
no.
doesn't want to throw it down the field.
Again, there's a part of me that says, hey, take what the defense is going to give you. I mean, look, if you're going to find yourself in 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 1 and you're going to convert with these checkdowns, it's still a 7-point game. It's not like you're down 30 trying to check the football down. But what worries me a little bit more is the pressure that's almost getting to Quinn Ewers. At what point does that get home? Yeah, that's a long one.
Yeah, you're basically 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, they're going to run it again. Look, I told you at halftime, man, they're not going to give up on the run game. Little surprised to see it on their 3rd down calls, but that's what living in 3rd and short can do for you. You can hand the football off and pick up those first down. You're not doing that in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10.
When's that play action coming?
Yeah. But again, the play action hasn't helped so much because the Buckeyes are getting pressure with the front 4. It's not blitzes. There's another run. At least there's positive yards on 1st down that time, though. Hey, when's the end around with Wingo coming? That's what I'm
When's
wondering.
the trick play coming?
All right, Golden's running on the sideline. I'm not. What was it? An ankle? Did he get rolled up? It was an ankle. Yeah. That's another good point that Monty makes, man. Like, let's don't forget about ways to pepper in Arch Manning here. No press coverage. You're getting free release. Take someone quick.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, Blaine. I mean, either there's nothing downfield or he
There's
just doesn't
no way
want-
there's nothing every play.
He had that corner route on that
Yeah,
one.
there's no way he's nothing every
I don't know. Maybe we can get a man. Just Buckeyes up front, so well coached. They know they know when they're not going to get home for the sack that they're getting their hands up. And with a quarterback that's a bit shorter like Quinn Ewers, who just batted balls kill you. 3rd and 7 now. All right, they're bringing
Got
pressure. Rail route again. Rail route again. You've now scored. Jadon Blue has caught both of your touchdowns now from out of the backfield. Was that the same play?
Same play.
Was that the same play?
Same play. I mean, you left him uncovered.
They brought pressure. They brought it from the field, I believe. I wonder if they catted a defensive
He was
out.
uncovered.
He was uncovered.
Yeah.
Let's see. Last time, remember, he had the wide split, had an inside release by the wide receiver. He hit him on the rail route. Looked like a similar play. If we can get a replay here. PAT coming first. Tie football game,
Tie
14
football
all.
game.
Let's see a replay of this.
I think he's uncovered.
Look at that. Wide split again, except this time it's Gunnar Helm. Let's see if he inside releases. Inside release, same play. No one covering him. Hey, they tried to cat someone out. The blitz is coming from the field. They're trying to cat someone out into zone coverage. That doesn't work, though, when it's a rail route up the sideline. It's almost the same play out of a different formation.
What a time for a bust.
Wow.
What a
Wow.
time for a bust.
Tie football game, boys.
Does it feel like overtime?
Huh?
Does it feel
Overtime?
like overtime?
Who took the overtime at plus 900?
I hope somebody did.
No one back here. I got Texas money line still alive. Still alive. Oh, boy. Did you say Serb sent this pizza in? Serb, you're crushing it. Thank you.
A hungry camper. Roger Hacker told y'all Texas can hang. Where's the blowout y'all keep talking about?
Who are y'all?
Who said it was going to be a blowout?
Who are
Roger,
y'all?
I get you're a Texas fan,
No, I'm good.
but the
This
spread
happens.
was 5.5, brother.
This happens way too much on the show. One of us will take something, the other one will take the opposite, and then it's y'all. It's y'all. I got Texas money. I'm hanging on by a thread here, man.
Disappointing, Roger.
Thank you. Shout out to the whole mission team here, man. Everybody just working their butts off.
Let's go to Tom. He says, you were
Jake's
making
the only
huge
one
plays
left.
under pressure this entire drive. Stepping up in the moment.
That's an important point. Quinn Ewers making huge plays under duress, but that's not where you want to live. When I've seen Texas just absolutely beat people to sleep, the way they beat Michigan earlier in the year, the way that they were able to beat even Alabama on the road last year by 10, it's because they're so on schedule. It's not because Quinn Ewers is having to make miraculous plays under duress.
Well, go back to that one play that sticks out to me in that drive was 3rd and 10. Quinn Ewers almost gets sacked, flips the ball to his running back, going down, and you go get a first down. Those are the type of plays you have to make to beat this Ohio State. You have to. You're not going to beat them just with bread and butter stuff. Players have to make big plays, and that's Quinn Ewers creating, which we're not used to seeing.
One thing I find interesting, 4th and 1 in the first half, who do you bring in the football game? Crucial moment, you bring in Arch Manning, and you pick that up. Multiple 3rd and shorts there. They decided to run the football.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised, like, again, no packages to try and get Arch Manning in the game. I don't know what the thought process is for Steve Sarkisian on when the right time is and when the right time isn't. But, hey, he's keeping everybody off balance, off schedule, because we never know when it's coming, you know. It's not one of these situations where it's an automatic on 3rd and 1. They're just running the same thing.
Yeah. You know, it's at this point, if Quinn's going to do that, then there's no reason to play Arch. And I was kind of surprised with the way Ohio State lined up with some of those 3rd downs with almost a light box, or at least half for half.
You know, there is free release to be had too. That's another thing that's surprising me. There's free release. That's why I'm a little surprised not to see more spacing concepts, stick routes by Texas. I'd keep an eye on all that. But again, both touchdowns off similar plays. Running back Blue out of the backfield, rail routes into the boundary. If you're Jim Knowles, a DC for the Buckeyes, like, you're going to have to address that because they're going to keep feasting if you're going to get them.
Why? Just, I'll never understand it. Return the kick.
We don't return kicks anymore. Oh, right.
Look, I do have with one of my bets a correct score: Texas 28, Ohio State 21.
Say it again.
Run correct score bet. I have Texas 28, Ohio State 21.
Okay. What was your Chat GPT score?
34-24.
34-24. And I have 34-33 Texas. It's 34-33. I don't know if we have enough field goals. We don't have enough field goals to make that one come true. Everybody good on their cigars? Y'all need more Mayflowers? Good?
Good.
Sure that last touchdown pass reception was not a OTB route?
That was not. That was as far from over the ball as you can get, man. That was a NTB near the boundary.
Not
Near the boundary. We're inventing new routes over here. Hey, let's just pepper them in though, just casually. What a great NTB route there. We do call that a nice rail route though, Mr. Elkins.
And Jake Blue.
Yeah.
Jake Blue was the receiver. Well, there, Jake Blue.
Oh yeah, I should do that. Michael Knowles probably tweeting at me that he's mad about that. All right, y'all remember, we're live on YouTube, we're live on X, we're live at dailywireplus.com here at Mission Cigar and Social. What's the current poll right now in the chat?
Making a new poll at this point. It's who's going to win the game. Fourth quarter poll.
Let's see what the live line is.
3.5, Ohio State.
3.5. The point line coming down a little bit, 43.5.
Yeah.
Texas, hey, Texas money line still plus 165.
I'm so sick of commercials. I'm going to be honest with everybody here. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of them.
It's twofold.
I hate them.
It's twofold. One, commercials these days are absolutely terrible.
There's
not
too
like
many.
commercials when we grew up, but also like they just sit on a commercial break for 4 minutes, man. Again, that's an area that the NFL has done a lot better at, in my opinion. So it gets to the point where it's hard to watch a college football game unless you're around all your boys and you're live streaming. You can't beat this. All right. Next Buckeyes drive starting here, 1st and 10. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third. They're going to get the snap right now. Texas showing pressure, and they're going to bring it from the field. There's something else that we saw.
That's not a flag.
He hit his own guy. He hit his own guy and he gets flagged.
Personal foul
Get
again
this
on the
soft
Buckeyes.
ass ref out of the game.
Hey, these are the ACC refs, right?
Get this.
It's
He
okay.
hit him before the whistle
I'm just
blew.
pointing out. I'm just pointing things out.
Okay, big 67. Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you
can't
can't hit a
do
guy
that.
on the other
Move him
team
back.
before the whistle blows.
Yeah.
Goodness,
You can't
get this soft ass ref out
You
of the
can't
game.
block people. This is 2025. This guy thinks he's playing in the 80s. When men
Good
were
God.
men. When men were men. All right. Pistol formation here. Running back lined up directly behind the quarterback. Not sure what personnel they're in. I think it's 11. Play action from Will Howard. Oh, Texas, big play. Woo!
Good God,
Texas
Will.
holding up on the defensive line, more than holding up. Starting to shine. Oh, there's McConaughey. All right. It's the defensive tackle. Look at that. Just winning. Just absolutely winning. Boom.
God, thank God he didn't throw it. That's going to be a pig.
I'll tell you what, if this were the NFL, that'd be a
Oh,
penalty.
my God, it bounced right back to him.
Huge play for Texas. Second sack of the game for them. This is going to bring up 2nd and 20. How is it not more than that? Second and 20, going to keep it on the ground with Travion Henderson. Travion. Yeah, Blaine hadn't really.
That's a fumble.
Hadn't really talked about Jeremiah Smith too much. I mean, you got to be just ecstatic if you're Texas, the way they've been able to not only cover him and have a plan for him, but also to be able to still get pressure.
He'll throw another pick now.
Yeah, he will.
He'll throw.
I've also seen him score a 75-yard touchdown on the screen. So they have the capability at any moment to do both of those things. 3rd and 15, play clock, tick, tick, tick. They just get it off. And he's going to check it down, tip ball. Texas defense just, again, playing their tail off. Texas giving them a chance, man. We talked about it in the first half, man. It's the penalties. Just keeps this team off schedule. They showed pressure, didn't bring it.
Hey. Jeremiah Smith running across the middle, and you check it down.
Hey, one thing, though. Here's the punt for the Buckeyes. They get it off. 1 minute left in the third. Fair catch for Texas at the 39-yard line. Great field position to start. I'll tell you one thing I've noticed from Texas on defense, disguising a little bit more pre-snap. Yeah. Showing pressure there, bailing out. Was one of the things that was a little bit.
I refuse to believe that Jeremiah Smith is not open at least a little.
Yeah.
We're talking about, again, Chip Kelly not throwing it to the guy he's supposed to throw it to.
Well, he's not playing quarterback.
He's probably had 4 looks this game.
He might be yelling at Will Howard just like we are, for all we know.
4 looks?
Hey, no commercial break this time.
Oh, there you go. Oh!
Texas on the ground with their first play, 7-yard pickup. Is this zone? This is just zone. Hey, inside zone, bends it back. No edge set for the Buckeyes. 7-yard pickup. You'll take that.
There you go.
I just don't like.
Oh, he's still on his feet. Oh.
Quinn Ewers hits the check down. That's going to be a loss of yards. I just don't love I don't love drop back there. Your 2nd and 3. Can we get him on the move at all, Blaine? Can I just get one rollout pass from him? Just one. Let's just see if it works. Move the pocket with this guy, man. It's just like you're creating opportunities for him to be a sitting duck back there. They're going to let this go to the quarter. Fourth quarter. This is where we find out. This is where we find out. 14-14. Hey, at least we got another good ball game, man. Back-to-back nights here. We might be snowed in here all night, but are we all spending the night here, Monty? We got couches. All right, so we're good.
Well, TVs and couches, that's all I need.
Yeah. I just need David Elkins, I just need a good OTB route and a couch. You know?
I got an OTB route for you to go.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I can run that round all day long.
Yeah. Well, if for some reason you didn't join us until the fourth quarter because you wanted to see if the football game was going to be interesting, welcome in. Welcome into Crane & Company. I'm David Cohn. This is Blaine Crane. Jake is in the hospital with his wife. They just had their brand new baby girl. She's already an angel. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Daily Wire Plus. We're live on X. Whatever Elon Musk just invented last night, I think we probably have a presence there. We are of no relation. What did Forrest Gump say? Say, y'all two brothers? No, so we are not of relation.
I'm tired of running.
Bubba was my best good friend growing up, though. He definitely was. What's going on in
Let's go
there?
to Dale Mountain. Says Ohio State fan, and this looks like the Michigan game all over. Not trying to play aggressive football, which got us here. It was crazy. Chip Kelly for you.
Well, is it Chip Kelly's fault, man? I mean,
Yeah, you ran a toss on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that one wasn't great. He does have a point. He does have a point. At the same time, we asked this whole week, like, are the Buckeyes going to play perfect football 4 games in a row? You know, I mean, the 2 playoff games and then tonight and then the national championship at some point is like, you're going to have to win a close game. You're going to have to grit one out at some point. Yeah.
Michael, Lanning, now Sarkisian. Isn't it interesting that Sarkisian is giving the Buckeyes the game, unlike Michael or Lanning?
Yeah, Josh Heupel, Dan Lanning couldn't give him a game. But again, that was just like absolute world beaters in those 2 games. At what point do you have to start forcing the ball to your best player? They're not down. I mean, you're not
that's
losing.
the thing about it. Like, you don't have to force it to them. Like, you can't double 2 guys. You have Mbuka, you have Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
You can't double both of them.
And Mbuka was such a presence.
Yeah,
in the
but
first
no, we're
couple
seeing
drives.
checkdowns to running backs.
Yeah.
My point, Coach Stone, was, is it the athletes or is it the head coaches making the difference in these 3 contests?
Look, man, it's always going to be the players, but these coaches, you know, they set the tone, they set the scheme. I think Jim Knowles on defense, I mean, they've been doing some good things. Obviously, getting TJ Tulimoloau back in the football game was a huge help. But 2 rail routes out of bounds. Is he back?
How are you magically better?
How are you just now? What, it was just
How are
like,
you
we're going
back?
to save you for the fourth quarter?
It's tied. I'll come in and play.
Matthew Golden back in the football game for Texas. 3rd and 5 for Texas. They're at their own 43-yard
They're coming
line.
down here.
Free release for him. Switch. It's a switch route. You got to hit him, man. I mean, the football will sail on Quinn Ewers in a heartbeat. Switch route, switch sail. I love the call. Lane Kiffin calls this a lot. Ben Johnson calls this a good bit. Hit him in the chest, man. Man, that's a killer. All right, so once again, you turn to your defense and say, it's on you. You stop them. You like that call there?
Yeah.
Switch
Great
route.
call.
Switch with the sail from the
it's a great
inside
call.
switch guy.
Is watching 2 mediocre quarterbacks.
Maybe there's a reason.
You know, this is why it was such a good conversation the other day, asking which quarterback do we trust the most, because no one of them out of the 4 guys left really stood out.
Yeah, look, maybe just not making the biggest mistake will win you this game.
I mean, out of the 4, you didn't even put Quinn Ewers on your list.
Yeah.
You put Arch Manning as
I don't
4th, which I
trust
thought was very disrespectful.
Well, Arch came in and got the first down.
Yeah, that is true. All right. Maybe they're listening to us because they didn't cut to commercial once again. Buckeyes, they're going to roll. They're going to do this half roll with Will Howard. They're going to take a shot to Mbuka.
Can't do that.
Oh, come on.
He was in coverage.
Incidental
Can't do
contact, man.
Is that not incidental?
Grabbed him.
Huh?
Grabbed him.
Did he?
Flag says different.
So you think the flag was before the incidental contact?
Before the trip, right?
All right, let's see. Just a go. Stutter and go. Yeah, that's you can't.
No, I didn't do it.
You can't.
I didn't do
That's PI all
it.
day.
I didn't do it.
That's PI.
DBs are the greediest people in the planet. Bunch of cheaters.
They're also liars.
Liars.
You can tell we played offense. Jake's probably screaming at the screen. All right, tight split here for Jeremiah Smith. Let's see if that helps get him open, and you're using him to block. You're using him to block. You're using him to block so that you can throw an arrow route to your tight end. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Great open field tackle.
Damn, Chip. Moment's too big, buddy.
Texas defense starting to feel inspired, man. They're saying
Hell,
fine.
I'd be inspired too.
They're saying fine. Put it on our backs. They're showing corner cat. I don't think they bring this. They motion to tight end. Now they're going to bring it from the linebacker position.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's just not the same. It's not the same offense that we saw those first couple of drives. Again, I think Texas is doing a much better job on defense disguising right now. They weren't doing this so much in the first half, at least from what I was seeing. 3rd and 8 right now. 13 minutes and 35 seconds. Just remember, man, they can strike from anywhere, though. Anywhere at any time. You can't blink once against this offense. Cluster formation to the field. They're showing pressure. I bet they bring this. They are going to bring it. They're bringing everybody. It's picked up. It's picked up. I saw a hold. I don't know if they called holding. There was definitely a hold. Maybe they got away with this one. Big throw from Will Howard. Texas brought the house. Let's see here. Cluster formation. They get tape.
Nasty.
Again, that's your third wide receiver who's out there able to make plays. So dangerous. Man, 84 yards for Carnell Tate on the night.
Got away with a blatant hold.
He's the one who dropped the touchdown on the RPO, wasn't it?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Tight split. So we got bunch right. They're going to motion that adjuster out wide. Jeremiah Smith here to the boundary. Play action again. Wow, he almost caught that.
Oh, yeah. Why won't this guy throw it to Jeremiah Smith?
Yeah, so that's a good question from Blaine, because if you're going to throw it to Mbuka in double coverage, right, like this is double coverage. And he still almost made that play. I'll tell you one thing I like from Chip Kelly, though. He's at least moving the pocket for Will Howard on some of these play actions. That's what I want to see from Quinn Ewers.
Dropped it.
Tell you, man, if Will Howard keeps putting it in harm's way, they're going to get another pick here.
Yeah.
That was the hold. That was the hold we were talking about.
Yeah.
Got beers for you guys from Thad from Kansas.
Thad from Kansas. Wow.
Thad
Thank
from
you,
Kansas.
Thad. Appreciate it, man. Was Thad the one who has yours is over there?
About to say that.
Is Thad has the
German.
the what's the German cookie?
The
The Google Schmidt.
The Guggenspiegel.
The Guggen.
The Geigel.
No, the Spitz.
The Spitzbuben.
Spitzbuben.
That's it.
Spitzbuben. We still haven't gotten the Spitzbuben. It might be in a box somewhere at the Daily Wire warehouse.
You're a gentleman, sir.
Thank you. Hey, cheers. Cheers to you, Thad. Thank you.
Cheers, Thad. That's a cop, right?
I don't know. I hope.
I'm driving home, Thad. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Thank you, Thad. Why did we go to commercial? Was someone down? Yeah. He's gonna do one. He's gonna do one. Frank the Tank over here. God, hey, 8 inches of snow. You're gonna see Blaine going streaking through the quad later.
Yeah.
Martin's
Again.
Martin's barbecue. Watch out over there.
Would you like cruises? Are you a big cruise guy?
I only went on one cruise in my life. When my grandfather died, my grandma set up a cruise so that we could all as a family go and
That's cool.
celebrate his life. I think I was like 11.
I went on one cruise. It was my boy's bachelor party.
I remember this one. Was it you look like you don't want to talk about this.
Like, I've never drank so much that my feet swelled up.
Like you were pregnant?
Yeah.
What were you drinking?
Alcohol.
Yeah, but
I drank 28 daiquiris in one day.
yeah, you did. A lot of sugar.
Well, we made it a race. Who can drink the most? Because it's free.
Yeah.
It's all inclusive, right? And I won. I think it was a 4-day cruise. I drank 168 drinks.
I mean, someone had to tell you
Winner,
about that.
Look,
after.
I'm a competitive guy. All right, competitive guy.
That's 42 a day for crying out loud.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Welcome to the life of Blaine Crane. They're making an E! True Hollywood story as we speak.
Yeah, look at Jeremiah Smith. It's the only time he got it.
A non-factor.
So that one.
He's open there.
No,
He's
not
open there.
3 targets.
I mean, to his point earlier in the chat, I mean, this is what happened against Michigan a little bit too, even though it wasn't penalties so much. I can't remember if there was a lot of penalties in that game. Swing route here to Junkins. Yeah, look, that kid's playing football, man. That kid's playing football. He said, I came here to win a championship.
Ball secured.
First and 10. I don't see a flag. First and 10, Buckeyes. Will Howard's checking something here. 2 high safeties for Texas. They're going to run the ball. RPO.
Oh, my gosh, pass interference.
They didn't call that?
That was tipped.
Oh, was it tipped?
Yeah.
If it's tipped, that might be the reason
Why?
why. I thought he gave this ball. This is a true RPO.
Why who?
I don't know.
I thought that guy maybe not.
How do referees have jobs? It's like the weatherman.
They got away. Texas got away with one there. Here's another check down to Junkins.
Sean, just get upfield, man. Just sit in Pee-wee football.
Yeah, I think Texas got away with a little pass interference there.
You know what
this
we call
gonna
that
be?
route, Dave?
Which one? That one right there?
Well, OTP.
Oh, was he over the ball there?
Well,
3rd and 4 here for Texas. 3rd and 4 here for the Buckeyes.
Not enough.
3 for 9 on 3rd downs. Yeah.
Oh.
Is there movement?
Yeah.
Movement? So now it's going to make it 3rd and 9. Again, another penalty. Another penalty for him.
I tell you what.
Can't put that one on Chip Kelly. All right. Trips to the field, shotgun, 3rd and 9. Texas with a 3-man front. They're bringing 3. Delayed 4th. Underneath.
I mean, goodness gracious.
You know, that's a great defensive call. Force the underneath route. You think they're going for this? Tight end drag across the field.
I mean, Will, that's so
And
late.
just trust the open field tackle. 4th and 3.
4th and 3.
4th and 3. What we doing here, boys? We going for this?
It says go.
Oh, it says go. Imagine that. The ESPN analytics. 4th and 39. ESPN says go for it.
Snap the ball.
Looks like Texas used a timeout here on 4th and 3. What yard line are they on? Do we know? Around the 42, kind of in this no man's land, too far for a field
Gotta go.
goal. Yeah. I think this is the right call.
Gotta go.
All right, y'all. We got a football game here. This is where who wants it more, man? Who wants it more? What do you say, Monty? Who's going to win the game? All right, he's staying with the Buckeyes. Oh yeah, I gotta stay with. I'm locked in. I'm locked in here. I had Texas preseason playing in the national championship. I gotta stick with it.
What are you calling right here, Cone?
Man, I'm calling. I'm calling rub route into the boundary, 4-yard out, hit Mbuka right away, first down.
Coming out and empty.
I don't mind
Got
that.
2 plays.
I don't mind that.
All right, they give me a light box. I'm running the QB draw.
Mm-hmm.
If not, I'm working the Mbuka Jeremy Smith side.
I don't know about the QB draw, the way the Texas defensive front. You know the play the Bucs designed the other day to get Mike Evans to his incentive.
Yeah.
Right, they had two guys off the line so that he could just run a 3-yard out, catch the football, get to 1,000 yards, and get his $3 million bonus. That's what I'm running right here to Mbuka. I mean, he's the guy who you've been going to when you need it this game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, running that pitch.
I mean, we could do we could do a toss to the field here. You like toss sweep to the field here?
I think we should go at least as far backwards as we can before we want to get it.
I think we spike this one just to stop the clock.
Double reverse toss.
Thank you again for whoever sent the pizza in. We'll slice. Man, pizza's pizza to me. I love it all. All right, y'all, here we go. 4th down. Again, we're live on YouTube, live on X, live on Daily Wire. It looks like 4th and 2 now, Blaine. Did they change the spot on this? All right, so you're calling empty. You're calling empty, and you like the quarterback draw if it's a light
I'm
box?
gonna see how they line up to it first.
Again, remember, Texas just burned their first time out to stop this 4th down play. That could be crucial near the end of the game.
Run it down here.
All right, they got trips to the field. Yep, you called it. Quarterback draw. Yep. Wasn't quite empty, but you had the right idea. And again, we could be seeing that all game from him.
Yeah, we should have been seeing this all day.
I mean, this is what Will Howard can do.
Dude.
Look at this. You got to go score.
Good.
Either way, huge first down with Will Howard's legs there. Oh.
You're making us all look bad.
All right. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line.
Look at that. Wow.
How do you give up that many yards when you have the edge
They
contained?
had a bus down here.
You have the edge contained.
2 guys blocked 1 guy.
I don't know about that. Another huge pickup for the Buckeyes. Looks like 8 yards to me. That's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Clock ticking, 8:40 and counting. This is where, man, that Texas defense been so strong all day. Can you force a field goal attempt? Ball at the 13-yard line. Handoff here to Judkins.
Wow.
Another big pickup. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2.
First and goal.
Oh, 1st and goal. Sorry, 1st and goal from the 2. $86-yard drive right now. I don't like that here so much.
All right, good. Yeah, let's get in shotgun.
Yeah. 1st and goal from the 2.
They're going to bring the safety.
They're going to run Will Howard.
Will's a tree.
Well,
You get it?
I don't think so. I think he's short. Do you think Chip saw that 4th down play and was like, wait, Will Howard can run it kind of good. Let's call it again.
Yeah. Just sneak the ball.
All right, 2nd and goal. Looks like it's going to be from the half-yard line
Just
here.
sneak
Will
it.
Howard under center. True I formation. Handoff. ISO, touchdown, Judkins. All right, there we go. Huge drive right there, Bob.
Answer.
How we feeling, man?
I'm feeling
You
good.
got to like that drive, huh? 88 yards, 13 plays, 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Just like the doctor
That's
ordered.
what championship teams do, Dave.
Yep, that is.
Look, a couple things here. 21-21 overtime, over still a shot.
That's our only shot.
But I also have Texas 28-21, correct score.
How many
$100 to win $8,000.
How many correct scores did you take?
2.
Okay.
The other one's 34-24.
So you need him to make this PAT.
I hate you for doing that, to be honest. Chump move. Chump
Chump
Dave.
move. I countered the jinx right there. That's why it's good. 21-14 Buckeyes. What's the chat saying? Are they fired up? I still want to know what the ratio between Texas fans and Buckeyes fans are in the chat.
It's a mixed bag.
A lot of
baby.
love for
It's
both?
A mixed bag.
Okay.
Let's go to Dylon. What's up? It says Texas hasn't proved that they can throw the ball in the middle of the field this half. They have to throw the ball deep on this drive at least once.
Well,
They haven't tested
hey.
by the
Hey, we
The
saw
depot, yeah.
we saw Golden come back into the football game. Quinn Ewers threw it high to him. At some point, I don't know why it took him to the fourth quarter to come back, but you got to get him the ball.
Let's go to Adam J. Bruce, 971312. Sark should give McConaughey a headset. Hype up that offense coming up.
All right.
Let's go to ARAC81. Good call, Blaine. I don't know why they haven't been running Will Howard more in this football game. Me neither. Me neither, bud.
It was a great call. Great call by you. I heard you're on the short list to be the OC next year.
They offer me the job.
Yeah.
I'm too into
He
Crane.
said, I'm busy.
If I can do this and that,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Again, it was already a win just being able to come here in this snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 8 inches of snow here in Nashville. It sounds like the same thing in Atlanta across much of
Yeah,
the
your dad
southeast.
doesn't have
here.
any power.
They don't have power down there? Oh, wow.
I don't know how you don't have power, but you're in the, well, I guess laptops.
Wait, he said in the chat he doesn't
Yeah,
have
Carl
power?
did, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, I love it. Come out empty. Oh,
Oh, Gunnar Helm.
oh.
Yeah, we remembered he can play football good, too. Yeah.
Glad you put air under that
Good.
ball, or that was skating.
Again, everything just kind of looks ugly and clunky for Texas, but hey, that works. Positive momentum on first down. I like it. This can bring up 2nd and 2 for Texas. They're going to run the football. Oh, good. Broken tackle. Yeah, he's a good player, man. And remember, Texas had so many injuries at the running back position. They're doing all right. That's your 2 touchdowns today so far from the running back position. 1st and 10 for Texas. Staying on schedule here early in the drive. 6 minutes and 18 seconds. You got to go answer here. Looks like 12 personnel, 2 tight ends in the game. Play action.
Oh,
Got it to Gunnar Helm.
nice throw.
Wow.
Oh, that's a penalty.
Oh, man.
That's a penalty.
They called that?
Can't do that. It's taunting.
Why are you pointing your finger? You're losing the game, man.
So still get the first down.
Like, some parts of the game are hard. That's not one of them, man. Look at this, though. He came from the other side. Watch this. I bet it's an under into the rail route. We see the Lions run this every week. Look at this. Great call. Great call. It's the swing route there that holds the other guy to the boundary. Just don't point your finger, man. All right, they're at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 after the penalty for Texas. Now here's another shot, and that's golden.
Why does he jump every freaking time?
Hey, at least he's back in the game. And I don't know. I guess you just want to make things interesting by sitting out the 3rd quarter.
Now Ohio State's got covered blue now.
Yeah. You think we're going to get a nice little wheel route here from the running back position? Texas going to run it on first down, pick up 2, maybe 3.
All right, this is where it gets interesting. Texas has been struggling in the red zone this year.
Well,
Not a great red zone team.
This is the Bourbon Bowl at this point. 5 minutes to go. You can't hold
It's
anything
been the
back.
Bourbon Bowl. Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl.
Yeah. Clock ticking. I mean, really no urgency here from Texas. Again, haven't seen any tempo from either team. 2nd and 8. They're just living in this 12 personnel. They got 2 tight ends. They got 1 running back. Hitting the running back Wisner out of the backfield. That's going to be a pickup of, what was it, 5 maybe?
Yep.
All right, boys, this is a huge call right here. Huge call. It's going to be about 3rd and 3 here. Bunch left formation to the field. The running backs to that side too. Here's Matthew Golden down to the boundary. Play clock ticking down. They're going to motion this tight end. Orbit motion. Quinn doesn't see him. PI.
There we go.
Wow. I'll tell you what, they had no plan for the pressure from the field there. Pass interference in the end zone, though. This is going to set Texas up with 1st and goal. What yard line is that going to be on?
You're going to be on the 2. It have to be in the end zone.
Yeah.
Why, 8?
Yeah. Can't do that. Also, is Quinn
What a
Ewers
terrible ball.
Is Quinn Ewers just throwing it because either he's throwing it because he knows it's already PI and it's a high IQ play, or he's throwing it into double coverage with nobody open. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. You know they're going to run this football. Oh, RPO. No, there's a PI. Okay. I don't know about that call, man. I think I might just give my running back a shot there on 1st down, but
Working their way down.
another pass interference call. Little run pass option there. Had him on the slant route.
Cooked you, yeah. It's pass interference.
We call that a spray slant. A spray slant. Setting him up to the outside first. Come back in on your slant route. 1st and goal. Now it's going to be at the 1-yard line. 4 minutes and counting. All right. Now they're going to get in the I formation under center. They're going to run their own ISO. Buckeyes, big stop, though. No gain at all. I just stay with it, though, Blaine. I give it a couple tries here.
Look.
Heavy personnel.
The play action boot with Quinn Ewers. I've seen Peyton Manning do it. Peyton Manning's the slowest human I've ever seen.
At Tennessee, he did it.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning did it at Tennessee. With
no one
David,
thinks it's coming.
David Cutcliffe, the OC.
All right, here's going this
back in the shotgun pistol formation. They're going to run a toss sweep. I absolutely hate that call. Congratulations. 2nd and goal from the 1. 3rd and goal now from the 8.
You got to go here, regardless. I hate that play call so much.
Golly, man. With how athletic this Buckeyes defense is, I'll tell you what, man. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know. Man, that might be the biggest play of the game right
play
there.
At the goal line here. It's not a penalty.
I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on there, Blaine. I don't know if Quinn Ewers is just trying to pray for pass interference penalties or something, but no flag there. 4th and goal now.
Run that wheel route here.
Yeah, it's worked before.
All right, if you don't get this, you still have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Middle of the field's open.
Field run. He's open.
How? Oh, no way. Jack Sawyer. Strip sack fumble. That's why he came back. Wow. Terrible goal line play there from Texas, man.
What did I say?
The whole thing.
They've been struggling in the red zone the entire year.
Wow.
Don't let them playing Clemson fool you to think they're a good red zone team. They haven't.
What's the over on this game?
Hey, did you see that graphic there? It said player A team. They didn't even put in his name. It said player A team, 82 yards. Oh, man. Yeah. Wow.
God, it's going to end at 50.
It's going to end at 50 and a half.
If Texas goes and scores,
man, what a big moment for Jack Sawyer. What a huge moment. I want to see this again. I don't know how they can't block anybody. It was the third down play, though.
Yep.
It was the third down play. Look at this. Just beat from birth.
It picks it up. Great block right here up top.
Yeah. Just a run by block. Huge, man. Look at Ryan Day. Ryan Day's fired up. I think that might be all she wrote there.
Got to score quick.
Who's getting fired up in the chat about that?
A lot of Quinn Ewers is a bum. Can Notre Dame beat Ohio State? Put Ewers in the portal. SEC who? Just like I thought it would happen. 28-25. I don't know how you're going to get 25. Look, if you're Texas, no matter what, I'm taking this kick out. Little globe kickoff return. A lot of people
That's
don't know
why we
what
need
that
our
is.
special teams
We're
coordinator
smoking Mayflowers, big dog.
Mayflower Cigars. Mission, the exclusive retailer in the state of Tennessee.
Must be nice.
You want? Yeah, you got one? Here. There you go, brother. Here, thank you. Mark, you good? You got one there? You good? Yeah. Yeah, we line up in the I formation under center and give our running back the football. He gets no gain. We're still at the 1 yard line. Can we run that a couple times before we abandon it?
Celebrate with no piece of pizza.
Yeah. Get you a piece, man, please. Can we run that a couple times before we try toss sweeps and getting in the shotgun? And...
So says James. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, man. Hey, if you're still with us, though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, please.
Man, I really appreciate it, guys.
And maybe just go ahead and share the show with 3 of your best friends. Why not?
Even your worst enemies.
Again, we have a live daily show at the Daily Wire here in Nashville. 90 minutes every day, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. We take your live call-ins on the Hot Take Hotline. We got all sorts of segments, live chat every single day, interacting with you guys. Our listeners are known as the Booster Club. If you're listening right now, that means you're already in the club.
Yep. Should have put Arch in, I know.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, too. Why? Jack Sawyer was his roommate. Jack Sawyer was Quinn Ewers' roommate.
Hilarious.
Wow.
Jack Sawyer's a man.
Yeah, he don't want that flag planted either.
Number 33, defensive end, Ohio State. Yeah, you know,
Man, what a huge play when they needed it most. And it was a good drive for Texas, too.
That is murder.
Wow.
I mean, again, Texas on defense. Texas on defense held up, man. They did their
Look,
part.
We need a pick six, then we need Texas to go score. All right? Then the overhits.
Yeah. Or maybe 2 touchdowns force overtime in the overhits.
No. I got Ohio State minus 5.5. Somebody jumps up.
And that's going to get it down to the 2-minute timeout here. Texas has 2 timeouts, but again, two-minute timeout. Buckeyes up 28-14, 2nd and 4 for Texas. Got to go score quick, man.
Can't throw checkdowns for 5 yards.
No.
That's for sure. That time's over, Quinn. You had 3.5 quarters to do that. Now you guys have to throw the ball down the field.
Man, I'm still just going back to the red zone play calling there for Texas. Yeah, I do. God, everybody has their moments, I guess. So are you surprised to see the Buckeyes up 28-14 right now with Jeremiah Smith basically having no involvement in the game?
Yeah, I am. That's how good they are, to be honest. I mean, you still have NFL talent running around other than the field than Jeremiah Smith. I mean, I thought you've seen Nbuka look like a complete NFL receiver, right? The moment's not too big from him. He's in and out of his routes, sitting in zone coverages, keeping it going in man coverages, making plays after the catch.
Again, another 4-minute commercial break here with a 2-minute timeout.
What am I watching?
I'm watching an animated fried egg on
His
the
brain
screen.
rot.
Yeah, college football is going to have to do something with this, man. Just makes the games unwatchable, you know, and
Feels like we're watching the NFL. We get all the
Can't even watch Red Zone anymore without commercials.
it's un-American, to be honest. It's un-American. Another ad. This game might end at some point, boys. We're definitely going to be snowed in by the time it does. And now a network ad from Scott Van Pelt. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4 for Texas. Down by 2 touchdowns. Ball at the 31-yard line. Lining up 5 wide, empty. Drop back for Quinn Ewers. Deer in headlights once again. It's like a Marvel sequel.
Yeah.
Same thing every time. 3rd and 4. They're going to get a little cheetah motion here going. There's an interception by Caleb Downs.
Why?
Oh.
Caleb, they have 2 timeouts.
Oh. Interception by Caleb Downs, man. This is why these guys transferred in. This is why these seniors came back.
Caleb.
Yeah, look at that. Just finding the football, man. So Texas has 2 timeouts, but, I mean, you're just going to line up under center, hand this ball off, chew the rest of the clock out. Yeah, and they're just, 8 yards a pop. Do you need one more touchdown for your over bet?
51.5.
You didn't take an alt?
That's all we try.
All right, so at least if they don't score again, my largest lead bet will hit. That's about. Oh, so I hit Buckeyes TTP over 27.5 by the hook. Come on, let's just run this thing out. Run this thing out. Quarterback sneak, first down. All right, that's going to be it. Let's go ahead and start the recap portion here as we finish up. We had an awesome Cotton Bowl for most of the game.
Yeah.
Buckeyes winding the clock down now, 28-14 over Texas. What are your overall biggest takeaways right now?
Ohio State kind of fell into the trap this game. They fell into the trap, but we have to do a lot of things different than what we're good at, and they're good at getting Jeremiah Smith the ball. I think you're good enough to beat a team like this. I thought from a matchup standpoint, you had a lot of green checks on your side of the ball. I think Quinn Ewers is a mediocre quarterback, and I think you saw that today, and that can only take you so far. It's the reason you only scored 14 points against these guys. Texas had every opportunity to win this football game. And we go back, and what has Texas not been able to do even throughout the season? They don't know how to finish people, right? They just don't know how to go to the Arizona State game, go to the Georgia games. Even when they won that, they gave Georgia ample opportunities to come back and win. So I'm not surprised by this. I'm just surprised that Ohio State, even without getting their best player of the football, can still come out here and not play that good and win by 14.
Yeah, and so for people who may be watching this tomorrow who didn't get to check out the game live, you're looking at it, final score 28-14, and you say, oh, okay, well, look, they covered the spread easily. They beat Texas by 2 touchdowns. With 3 minutes left in the game, is 21-14. Texas first and goal at the 1-yard line, and strip sack fumble after just terrible red zone play calling from my perspective. Jack Sawyer, the senior who came back for this, of these Buckeyes seniors who came back, the transfers who came in, Quinshon Judkins played his tail off. Caleb Downs with the interception to seal it at the end. Huge guys who transferred in from the SEC. Texas 1 yard away from tying up the football game with 3 minutes left. Instead, strip, fumble recovery. Jack Sawyer takes it over 80 yards to 28-14. And the score looks a little worse than it was. But like you said, Jeremiah Smith really a non-factor. So we just saw world beaters against Tennessee, world beaters against Oregon. Not so much the case today. It looked a little tougher, right? It looked kind of like the way that the Buckeyes were playing against Michigan. But again, Texas's defense, hats off to them. Texas defense gave them a chance to win the game. And Quinn Ewers in this offense just couldn't get anything going, man.
Yeah, and that's how it's been somewhat the entire year against certain teams. Like the offense struggles to get done what they need to get done. If I'm Texas's defense, I'm sick. You played hell 4 quarters. Other than one play before half, you played a lights-out football game, and your offense is not good enough with Steve Sarkisian. with all the talented receivers, with 2 good running backs, to not put up more than 14 points against the Ohio State team, who we have seen defense give up a certain amount of points against them. I mean, Oregon dropped 30-plus against them. So it's like Ohio State has looked the most beatable they've looked the entire playoffs, right? Ohio State, I want to say Texas defense played good, but you have to give them their flowers. But if I'm Notre Dame, I look at this game, I say, okay, there's stuff we can use there on our side tactically walking into the national championship game to stop Ohio State. But I will say this, it must be nice when you have a guy like Jeremiah Smith and Mbuka played good, but Jeremiah Smith did nothing, to have a receiver, your third receiver, and Tate to come up and show up and play like the way he did.
Especially after he dropped the touchdown on the RPO. Yeah. Okay, again, no one's surprised to see that the Buckeyes beat Texas the way that things have been heading here. But if you're Texas, you have to be absolutely sick to lose the football game like this. And look, we can talk, ad nauseum about what Steve Sarkisian's going to do moving forward. Obviously, he's always going to have NFL interest. It's similar to Jim Harbaugh. Every offseason, the rumors start swirling. Is Steve Sarkisian going to go try his hand to be a head coach in the NFL, or is he going to remain at Texas? The only reason I bring it up right here in the final moments of this Cotton Bowl is because the narrative is, well, you got Arch Manning. You got this star quarterback who's setting you up for the future. And yet in big moments when Quinn Ewers is struggling, we don't even see Arch Manning. He had one play in this football game. The most crucial on 4th and 1, he gets you a first down. Why isn't he being peppered into the game plan more? Why isn't he being used when you're down there at the goal line to give you a big body quarterback so that you can run some zone read, run some Q power?
I don't know. And the crazy thing about it is we saw Arch Manning less as the playoffs went on. And it's not like Arch Manning came in there and just did a terrible job. He's done an okay job, and you're not asking him to do too much. But I am surprised that by Steve, but I don't think Steve is going to go to the NFL.
So Steve Sarkisian will be the head coach at Texas next season?
I believe so.
Okay.
I think the Arch Manning era has begun. If I'm Quinn Ewers, I don't know why I'd go into the draft. You're not going to be a first-day pick. You're probably not going to be a second-day pick. I'd be surprised if you're a third-day pick.
Well, it's very interesting to me right now because this quarterback class, it's one of the weaker that I've seen. I mean, again, we can't just compare it to last year.
But that doesn't mean you should go.
No, I know that. But, I mean, last year, 6 quarterbacks go in the top 12 picks? And not just go. I'm seeing them lead teams to the playoffs, man. I mean, even Bo Nix is balling. Forget about, Jaden Daniels. Even Michael Penix Jr. gets named the starter in Atlanta. That quarterback class, that was kind of a 1984 type class. They're going to be special for a long time. This year, we've already seen Carson Beck say, I'm not going to go to the NFL. He commits to Miami. We talked about this last night. So he's going to get, $4 million or whatever to go to Miami. There's some other guys who are going to have to make up their mind. Quinn Ewers, to me, I agree with you. I don't think just because it's a down year in the quarterback class that you somehow then go to the NFL. He hasn't even stayed healthy for a complete college football season. I know I keep making that point, but it's not even so much about the fragility. It's about he sacked himself a couple times in this game. The guy that I saw beat Nick Saban in Alabama and Tuscaloosa last year, the guy I saw with my own eyes in person in Michigan against that defense, and they're going to have 3 first-round picks on defense. That's not the guy who we saw later in the season. I don't know if he's just having trouble seeing what's going on. I know Jake brought up at halftime, and he brings up a lot that Quinn Ewers can't really create with his legs, but it's more than that. I like the point you bring up a lot, which is he's just not moving in the pocket that way.
No, you have to, if you're not a runner, you have to have at least good feel in the pocket, right? If you're a pocket passer, you need good feel in the pocket. Quinn Ewers will be playing for another team next year in college. Quinn Ewers will be going in the transfer portal. There's no reason for him to go into the draft. He's not going to be a high-day pick. You're not going to make more money just because it's a weak quarterback class. Quinn Ewers is going to transfer because, one, the fans aren't going to wait on Quinn to really figure it out with a name like Arch Manning behind him. The Arch Manning era has begun. It's already begun. It began when he came in and started running a couple plays. People saw it. People want it now. Quinn Ewers will be playing for a different team in college.
Okay, so that's the recap of this Cotton Bowl. Again, this one lived up to the hype, right?
Yeah.
We got
Both
to
of them
see
did.
2 awesome semifinal games, but now I want to preview the national championship. All right, a fascinating matchup. We saw this the last couple years in a home and home between Notre Dame and Ohio State. Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman leads the Irish to the national championship. Their first time since 2013 when Alabama just beat them right off the bus, right? That was when Brian Kelly was still there. Again, they're chasing down that first national championship win and coming up on 4 decades. The Buckeyes, on the other hand, though, Ryan Day, 4 straight losses to Michigan. Everybody's been saying, this guy's not the guy. He can't beat Michigan. He can't beat SEC teams when he does find himself in the playoff, like that close Peach Bowl loss to Georgia a couple years ago. Now Ryan Day has them in the national championship game. Everyone's kind of forgotten about the loss to Oregon in the middle of the season, the loss to Michigan. He has them lined up to be able to be crowned national champions. And remember, the Buckeyes under Urban Meyer won the first national championship in the 4-team playoff era.
Yeah.
Now we're here in the inaugural season of the 12-team playoff era. Ryan Day has a chance to do that. He's going to take on Notre Dame. What do you think so far? Again, with this game just ended, all right, but what are you previewing so far? What are you thinking ahead for the national championship?
Well, I'm thinking for Notre Dame to win this game, Riley Leonard is going to have to outplay Will Howard, and it can't be close. I think Will Howard played a pretty bad football game if you go back and watch it. He did not play good. Riley Leonard's been carrying Notre Dame. Riley Leonard's a gamer now. He's gritty. He's a gamer. And Notre Dame knows how to win games, whether it's a slugfest or if it's a shootout. And you have to say things about certain teams. No matter what it is, they find ways to win. And that's Notre Dame this year. From a roster standpoint, Ohio State's a better team. They're a better team than them. I think we all agree about that. But there's something about Riley Leonard that makes him different, right? In the biggest moments, he shows up, whether it's hurdling a guy on 3rd down, getting hit, and throwing a touchdown pass. Can Notre Dame run the ball at a consistent clip, right? Can Riley Leonard create the QB run game? Because look, at the end of the day, Texas, somewhat the run opened up a little bit in the second half, but you're running against a stingy front seven.
Still rushed for like 50 yards.
A stingy front seven, right? And you got Caleb Downs in the back end. Riley Leonard's going to have to make 1 or 2 or 3 of those plays, right? We're used to seeing him make for, I think, Notre Dame to overcome what Ohio State's bringing from a talent standpoint.
The hypothetical line, I don't know what it's sitting at right this second now the game has ended, but the hypothetical line before this game started between Notre Dame and the Buckeyes was -9.5 Buckeyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So kind of a similar line to what we saw in some of the first round playoff games. The day before the semifinals started, we led our show with which quarterback do you trust most left in the college football playoff, out of Quinn Ewers, out of Drew Aller, and out of Riley Leonard, and I really went to bat for Riley Leonard because I thought that, well, if Notre Dame's going to beat Georgia and that defense where he only throws for 90 yards because they're so efficient in the run game, he's not going to have to push the football down the field like we've been wanting to see from him more and more. But then yesterday, I watched the Irish not score any points with him in the game until he gets knocked out with a supposed concussion, and they got their backup. Was it Angeli yesterday?
Tommy Cutler.
Peanut butter Angeli, the Italian stallion, going down and leading Notre Dame to their first points before halftime. And then, like you said, with Will Howard today, threw the ball to the other team in crucial moments where Texas almost capitalized on that. That's why I thought the conversation on the quarterbacks was so fascinating, because there are pros and cons to all of them. This isn't a year like, oh, it's Joe Burrow and the other 3, and you know who the best quarterback left is. Yeah. All of them will make mistakes. All of them will make elite high-level plays at any time. So there's pros and cons. I like that you're saying that, look, right, whichever quarterback plays better is going to give them a chance to win. Obviously, Will Howard can get himself out of a little more trouble with the elite playmakers.
I'm saying Ohio State can afford for Will Howard not to play good and win a football game. Mm-hmm. Right? They can. Notre Dame can't afford for Riley Leonard not to play good and expect to win against Ohio State. Mm-hmm. You can't come out on offense and play the way you did against Penn State in that first half and only score, 3 points? That's not going to work with these guys. I don't think your defense is that. I think your defense is good from a speed standpoint, but I don't think Ohio State's going to walk into halftime with 7 points against Notre Dame in the first half. You need to be clear. You don't need something to go wrong and then a spark play to happen to beat Ohio State. You need to come out and hit on all cylinders early to beat a geared up, oiled up team like Ohio State. Because look, Ohio State on offense did not play good enough.
No.
They did not.
And they didn't really run Will Howard until it was a 4th down. And you said, you know what I'd do? I'd line up in empty and I'd run quarterback draw here. Yeah. And it's exactly what they did. And they picked up a 1st down. And then we saw him run it again at the goal line. how much do you think that Will Howard's going to have to be involved in the run game? We know what Riley Leonard is going to be doing for Notre
he's gonna be
Dame.
running.
Like that kid's going to be running quarterback counter like it's going out of style. Does Will Howard have to run the football?
I do think so, and I'm saying you have to run him till he dies, but you need to put it on stress on the defense to where it becomes at least a threat, and especially in short yardage situations. I'll be interested to see what Notre Dame does with Jeremiah Smith, if they somewhat copy, what Texas does.
That was my next question.
But let me tell you this right now: Notre Dame secondary is good, but they're not Texas good.
Yeah,
they're not. If there's any strong suit about the Texas football team, their secondary from corner to safety is legitimate. Look. You have to say this about Notre Dame. They find ways to win games.
Yeah.
There's something about teams that find ways to win games. Ohio State did the same thing somewhat, but from a roster standpoint, it's going to be a tough matchup. That's the reason the line's supposedly going to be 9.5. The more I look at it, the more I like Ohio State. I really do.
You kind of alluded a little bit to my final question here, which was, what can Notre Dame take from Texas's defensive performance? Like you said, Jeremiah Smith, almost a non-factor, was bracketed for much of the game. But even in scenarios where he was one-on-one, I mean, Texas up front was able to sort of affect the game in a way where they didn't have to commit so many resources to the box. It's one thing to look at what Texas did and say, oh, let's try and copy this. It's another thing to execute it. What do you think Notre Dame can do from the game plan Texas came in with?
Well, I think one, you have to mix it up, give them different looks pre-snap to post-snap. I thought Texas, at least in the second half, did a lot better job with that in the first place. You're going to have to double Jeremiah Smith. And get beat by one of the other guys, which I'm sure they can, but you're not going to beat me with your best player. And if you're Notre Dame, I'm trying to limit possessions as much as I can. I'm running, I'm huddling, I'm running plays with 10 seconds left on the game, on the play clock, unless you get down double digits, and then it turns into a different game. But I'm limiting possessions. I'm trying to look. Love's going to have a big day. He's healthy. I don't care what he has on his knees, hurdling guys, he's breaking 5 tackles on the 3. It's your big time players are going to have to show up. Because even if Ohio State's biggest time player doesn't show up, they can still win the football.
Well, I have to say, as a former Michigan quarterback, again, I'm torn on this. I can't just go into any game and just pull for the Buckeyes. At the same time, it would be nice if the national champion, if I could say that Michigan beat them instead of it being Texas, and Texas blew out Michigan. But I will say this, though. That guy right there on the screen, Ryan Day, for a guy who, 3 weeks ago, a month ago around Thanksgiving, was supposedly going to be run out of town and fired and 4 straight losses to Michigan. The way this team has responded with the senior leadership and the guys that they have in there internally, they responded in a way that championship football teams respond, because that was the worst loss of his coaching career. Make no mistake about it. And that's what championship teams do. So tip of the cap to him to even be able to make this national championship game. But again, the standard is to win it in Columbus. So you got to move forward and do that.
Yeah, if there's anything Ohio State fans want, they want a national championship, especially after the way you looked in the first 2 playoff games. You looked like a national championship team. So right now you have a really good matchup against Notre Dame, which you are the better team, but is the better team going to show up? Or is Chip Kelly going to be schizophrenic for 4 quarters?
There you have it. Buckeyes, Irish in the national championship game. It's going to be on January 20th. Obviously, we're going to have a bunch of breakdowns before we ever get to that. This is Crane and Company. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm David Cohn. This is Blaine Crane. Our boy Jake is in the hospital with his wife Reed right now, but it's all good stuff. They had their first baby Viola. She's an angel. Prayers up, Reed. Hope everything is good. Congratulations to y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, thank you to Mission Cigar and Social here for having us in the middle of a snowstorm in Nashville, back-to-back nights. Mark and Monty Collins, they're absolute superstars for allowing us in. Bob, you're pretty happy, right? Bob?
As my friend says, second best thing happens. First best is he's cancer free.
Oh, yeah. There we go. I love it. Hey, congratulations, man. Again, thank you. Thank you to the whole crew here. Appreciate it. David Elkins, Mark, thank you. Hardcore football fans brave the snow here. Thanks so much for joining us. Why don't you sign us off, man?
Like the chances of Texas winning a national championship, we are going.